Well, I got the confirmation that you didn't have to. This is our.
Well, yeah, I know, but we are, you know.
We appreciate it. We do appreciate it.
Definitely.
We appreciate you guys coming out for us, we really do.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to plan this once everybody gets here. We're going to say a few words, obviously very few words, because we think what we're going to do is we're going to work our way up.
Okay.
We'll start here, then go to the second floor. See, we may not be spending a lot of time in the women's bathroom because if it's a group of 10 in that little
It's very
bathroom,
tight,
it's
yeah.
going to get
Yeah.
really,
No, everyone's
really-
open store, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does
that's
go around
perfect.
the back, so it
Yes,
might be
it's
okay.
actually a relatively large bathroom for the.
Because
Say,
it's
how many
just
hours
them and us and Duncan
I
and,
think 10 was our max.
yeah, so.
What time is
Yes.
our time slot?
Okay, do you want to carry it or do you want
Yeah,
to?
the
I'll put it on
process is 8, so
a-
we can
Then
try to
put
go
him in
to
front
1,
of the
2, 3,
So maybe
4,
by the time we
5,
get
6, 7, 8.
Just noticed something too.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I just
5.
noticed something.
It might just be 7. Well,
Yeah.
with the 3 of you,
It
it's
says
10.
Manfrotto. What? Sorry.
It might just be 7 of them.
Okay, still 7. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tight fit in that
There's
bathroom.
an art class on the second floor till 8.
Oh, that's fine. We probably won't be up there by 8. We
Yeah.
probably
No.
won't be up there by 8.
Sit here and we can always go, you know,
Yep.
yeah. There you go.
Get it out. Here we go.
Oh, last floor. Oh, because I know for sure.
It's funny you should be here secondhand because I totally forgot to contact you. I'm gonna need you to mod tonight because we are doing a live paranormal investigation. And as far as having the history of the Candy Factory, I would say watch the opening of our Candy Factory episode, part 1, and all the history is there. So you should.
Is he live now?
Yeah, I'm live now.
Oh, okay.
I'm live now. And
This is a
all the way, this is, for those of you on Twitch, you know, this is Marv, the big Marvinsky, and he got me this hoodie for tonight. So
Hopefully there won't be any running.
there won't be any running. Hopefully no running. Hopefully no running.
Okay.
So here's my recommendation. Honey, you want to bring that in here so I can give you the full rundown here? All right. So it's going to be easier for you to get around. Is you're going to want to have this. So basically, put it on here, and then when you're ready to move locations, it'll be easier for you to carry than to carry into this.
Yeah, but we're only going up and down the elevator.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I just think it's even easier for you if you want to do that. Now, here's the next thing. Do you want an IR boost on this or no?
No, can I have a little box light?
You're going to be shooting an IR.
All right, I'll shoot it.
You can have a box light if you really want it, but you're shooting an IR. That's my point.
Okay.
Did you want to shoot in color? Did you want to shoot in color? Honey, speak
No,
up.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine in
Speak
IR.
up. Do you want to shoot in color?
No, I'm fine. But maybe I do need an IR booster
Okay.
on that. It's been quiet again. Very soon been quiet. Is there anybody else? Just
Not watching like fucking up and talking like
Yes, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't touch
Look
it.
into the
Walk
trap,
away from
right?
it. Hello.
Watch your step. Watch your step, everybody.
Watch your step.
And-
This is my son Eli and his girlfriend Amanda.
Okay, hi.
So it's a family affair today.
Oh,
Everybody just get to know each other.
Miss Ariel. Hello.
Hi, Ariel. Nice to meet you.
I've been trying to talk to ghosties since I got into this building.
Had any results?
Well, actually, yeah, we had some stuff. Okay,
They're gonna have to tell us the stuff.
Yeah, actually, hold off
Hold
on
the
telling
stuff,
us stuff
okay.
until we get to the introductions part. Let me just see here. Okay, honey, you're ready.
We are streaming, by the way.
We are streaming tonight. Honey, you're ready to go.
Okay.
You've got your booster here. You've got you're in IR. There's your
recording?
You're recording. Oh well. Now you're recording.
I will go over here and record.
I have sound.
And you're gonna leave that camera recording.
We're gonna leave this recording. We're just recording online, so I'm gonna leave, yeah. That will come with us. I think we're good to go. So I wanna use Chuck while we're here, and then we're gonna get started in a few minutes. I just wanna-
Yeah, take your time.
Is this everybody joining us or?
I think so, because I guess Stephanie, you have to leave.
Yeah, she's in.
Oh! I actually have my my super sweet Southern iced tea right
Ooh,
here.
from the bone. It looks like
From the
bone.
bone.
That's right.
Because I don't know of any other place to have barbecue except my house. If it isn't at my house, it's at the bone.
Why, literally the same.
I'm just saying.
I was like, I don't eat barbecue out, and then I had the bone, and I was like, oh, I can eat barbecue out now.
All right, so just okay. And while we wait, I did want to say if anybody wanted to jump in and actually do the thing with us. So there are a lot of apps. There are a lot of apps that are available and out there. The app that I recommend and the apps that we all swear by are made by the folks from Amy's Crypt, which if you haven't watched Amy's Crypt on YouTube, you're missing out. They're really good. We're fans.
Oh my gosh.
And they developed an app called GhostTube. Okay, we have reviewed GhostTube and GhostTube Seer. So let me explain first off all of their apps, and then I'll explain to you why we use those two, and also how we use them. First off, one of the reasons why I enjoy those apps and why I like the philosophy of Amy's Crypt is that they basically say when we launch their apps the first time, they make it very clear. They go, do not use this app by itself. Use it with other gear, which is why you see paranormal folks using multiple devices to record with, we're live streaming, but I'm also recording this as well, right? And there was another one I had, excuse me a second. One more recorder. I paid good money for this recorder. I better use it.
The battery will probably drain.
Yeah.
Every time you're needed.
I've got to have a spike still too, don't you?
Do what?
I've got to have a spike.
Oh, we're going to save that for the places upstairs. Yeah. So, so they basically say redundancy is a good thing. So if you're basing all of your paranormal evidence on one thing, then you kind of limiting yourself. Versus, especially what we do over at Old Spirits, what we do is we make sure that we can verify everything. We can get verification on multiple devices. For example, when we hit EVPs, I don't know if this is a prevailing theory, but it's my theory, which is if you can catch it on one device, you should be able to catch it on multiple devices. We just did a show set at the Jenny Wade House in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. In Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and we caught several EVPs on multiple devices. And for us, that's the verification we're looking for. That's what we want. So, Amy's Crypt and the GhostTube apps, they all say that at the very beginning when we first launched these apps. So, let me set some stuff down here. So you have GhostTube, and GhostTube has an EMF reader built into it. It also has audio and video. It can make audio and video recordings. This also comes in the word bank. And the word bank theory is that a spirit will go through the dictionary that's in your device in your hand. You say, I have words in here. Just you can use these words to talk to me, to communicate with us. And when there's a connection made, you'll actually get a word response. It could be something very innocuous. It could be something that doesn't make any sense. It's the ones that are spot on in the moment that make you go, can you say that again? And hopefully you get that kind of response the second time. But that's how a word bank works. Okay, so that's GhostTube, and I do recommend it. And to unlock it so you can make longer recordings with it and things like that, it costs a whopping $13 a year, and that can unlock all the devices in GhostTube, if I remember correctly. And the other apps, they have an SLS app, which I'm not a big fan of because it's the same technology that Xbox was using for the Xbox Connect. I couldn't get the Xbox Connect to work, so I'm not really trusting this to really work for me either. There's GhostTube Vox. I haven't used it. Pip has, my wife has, and she's kind of hot and cold about it because you have to finagle it to get it just right. My partner, Phil Rossi, is coming with something called a portal, which I think works better than the GhostTube Vox. Then there's Seer. Okay. Seer is my favorite. And it's because I'm a creative person, and because you all are creative people, you might really dig Seer as well. It is also one of the most ethical applications of AI I can think about, because what it does, instead of, it has a word bank as well, but instead of telling you the word, it then uses an AI algorithm and creates artwork based on what the word is conjuring up. And when you use it with other devices, it really creates compelling evidence for you to ponder. Is it like dyed in the wool, like oh, this is great stuff? But that's the thing about paranormal investigation. There is no kind of evidence like that. It's up to you. And I'm not here to convince you. I am not here to convince you that there is something here. Do I think there's something here? Yes, I do. Been here 4 times. Four times.
Right.
OSI's been here 4 times. We were the first team to come in here and investigate. And this is what we do, and we love this place. And we thank you, by the way, for the donations that you made tonight. That was very kind of you. You didn't have to do that. But but if you want to use an app and you want to get into it, I recommend either GhostTube Vanilla or GhostTube Seer. Pay the subscription fee to unlock it so that you can have some fun
It's
with it.
about the cheapest ghost hunting equipment
Yeah,
you
it's
can
the most
get.
affordable ghost hunting equipment you can ask for. But I love both of those apps, and Seer in particular is quite compelling. That was a good
We
one.
haven't been here.
That was a solid hit.
We haven't been
That was
here
like
this
a
year.
255.
What did it do?
So right here, this is called a spike, and it's basically an EMF reader, and you see these all the time. You see these all the time on different paranormal shows. An EMF reader is reading electromagnetic fields. Now, this is where we kick in with science. The Earth has an electromagnetic field. You are constantly getting electromagnetic waves around it, which is why when this thing hits 1, I'm like, okay, that's nice. We have an electromagnetic field on the planet Earth. Well, thank God for that. It's when it starts getting higher, 2, 2.5, 5, 5.5. That's when you're like, okay, that's different. And like, for example, if I go and anything electronic has an electronic field. Like right now, if I hold this up, this is 1.3, 1.1. I'm just doing what's called just a preliminary sweep, and 0.9. So that's fine. That's fine. We have electricity making a magnetic field, hence electromagnetic field. And 0.5, 0.4. So it's not completely flat. That's fine. It's when this starts getting up. If I'm sitting here talking, and I mentioned, oh yeah, when I was using Seer, one of the images that popped up when I was down here was an image of someone doing ballet. And you guys teach ballet and you teach different dance
We've
classes
actually
here.
had a ballet art exhibit in this space. It was all ballet dancers.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was during the public event when I had that. If I'm having a conversation with you all and then suddenly this spikes, I have to stop and go, okay, what did I say to suddenly get that reaction? Could I be talking about Edwin and the boys who were joyriding outside? And then, sadly, all 4 boys were killed, and they had to have the funeral on Christmas Day, which did happen in this area, and it's a terrible, tragic story. Doesn't look like anything's happening here, but that's fine. That's fine. Just want to get what's called base reading. Before we start,
Want to say hello?
It was the Ghost Dictionary. I don't know. I
Oh,
downloaded
oh, okay. Was it ours?
No, it was mine.
Oh, it's yours? Oh, you
What
got
was
it.
that?
Okay, perfect.
I don't know. Did I do something wrong?
No, you did something exactly right. Okay, so before we really jump into this, before we get into this at all, 2 things I want to do. First off, let's see. First off, I want to take this down, and then
It's just a really good audio recording.
this is just a really good audio recording. It looks fancy because of the fro.
It's
That's
definitely
about
a
it. That's the only reason why it looks fancy. But It is a very fancy audio recorder. Old Spirits Investigations, Candy Factory, October 26th, first floor. Okay. And this is something I'm trying to get, and I'm trying to get into a better habit about, because sometimes I would put in audio and I wouldn't know where it was. So, before we get started, did anybody have any questions for me? Anything at all? Please do not be afraid to ask questions, because that's why we're doing this for you guys. No? All right. I think the best thing to do right now is if we can go to lights out as quickly as we, or as best as we can, because that will cut down on any more of the electromagnetic interference.
Take the lights down.
All right, good. And for anybody who is here tonight, I will not be doing a lot of addressing of the stream, but I do have moderators in both chats, and they will answer any questions for you whatsoever. And I forgot to
Did
put
you
a
want
box light on the
to
front
use
of
your
that.
green light? I was about to
I
say.
did say.
Get your box light.
I knew I was getting something.
And we're going to do the Phil Rossi method of addressing the space, right?
What's that?
The Phil Rossi method of addressing the space. Or shall I do it?
No, I can do it. I just have to find the attachment for this. Because we went lights out, and I was just like, oh, please.
I forgot my own light, but you can just, yeah, give it to me.
Honey, no, you have the-
Oh, that's well, can I point out the other devices?
Go right ahead, go right ahead.
So this is my new.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brady. That's my
by the
wife.
way.
That's my wife.
Hi, Pam.
Hi. We've got, so T's got several devices for EMF reading. There's a millimeter, a spike over here. If you hear it going up to green, T, it goes all the way up to red.
It starts at green, goes all the way up to a
So
double red.
that's also measuring EMF spikes. This device over here does a multitude of things that the rest of the team are not completely sure about, but it does involve EMF and vibration. Like if something, I can never, we always ask T about that one because we're not sure. We have another pretty good audio recorder. This is my birthday present. This is a movement tracker.
Oh.
That is not based on EMF, it's just totally on movement. And I've only had it done one other investigation with it, and it was actually pretty interesting. It was in an old hospital in the nurses' station, and it was just going off. And I was like, man, even in afterlife, nurses still have to work really hard. So I'm hoping that we'll put that up on the second floor corridor, and then when we go to the third floor, where there's been lots of walking reported, hopefully we'll get some activity with that. And are you going to use Chuck somewhere up there?
I am going to use Chuck, yes.
This little munchkin of a device is it EMF or is it movement? It's movement.
It's movement
Yeah.
and temperature.
Movement and temperature. So when you turn it on, it has a red light and a green light. So it's good for like if you're trying to have a conversation and you're like, are you a man or a woman? Red for, you can sort of structure your conversations about turning on whichever light. And it also does have temperature. So if the temperature suddenly plummets, it should give us, did you bring two of these to you or just Chuck?
No, I brought both.
Oh, yeah. So we have two of those. This is the
we're gonna-
pumpkin.
That's
pumpkin
the
flavored
Halloween
one.
edition. Believe it or not, traditional Halloween
Ooh,
edition.
tradition.
Tradition?
Oh, maybe it wants us to address the room in the tradition of Phil Rossi.
Maybe. That's a bit of a stretch, but
I'll stretch it that far.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would, babe. One of the other things is in my hand I have, like I said, the EMF reader. This is called a millimeter. So it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, and
Another one we don't really know about.
not only does it work as an EMF reader, but also works as a REM pod. And a REM pod is very popular, particularly in paranormal investigation, because it makes a loud noise when you get close to it. So
If you know what a theremin is, that's basically what a REM pod is. If you break the area, then it'll create a tone.
Let's see here. So I'm gonna do with there we go.
So we're going to leave some of these devices here when we move on up.
So some of these we're gonna leave behind. So basically that creates electronic, an EMF field around itself. Anything that gets close to it, it should go off. But we need to kind of give a lot of these devices room. If you bunch them all up together, as a matter of fact, I think I want to move this closer to here. Or maybe I'll just leave it.
We'll save the cat balls for upstairs.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm T. I am one of the founding investigators of Old Spirits. We've been at this since 2021, so we're a relatively young group, and we are on YouTube under Old Spirits. Right now, we are live streaming on both YouTube and Twitch under my gaming tag, the T Monster, and yeah, that's the long and short of it. So let's go ahead and let's do the traditional Phil Rossi
Phil will be here soon.
Yeah, he'll be here soon, so I'll try to do the introduction.
Because intent matters.
Yes, it does. Did you want to add anything else on? would you like me to do the driving now?
I'm here representing all Phils.
I bet you are.
Phil,
All right. So good evening to whomever is here. You might recognize us from previous visits. I'm T, that's my wife Bill. This is a group of folks that you all probably recognize, seeing them every day here in the Candy Factory or every other day, whatever their work schedules are. And what we do is we come here with this wide array of devices. And we're not asking you to do us any parlor tricks. We're not asking you to make anything move right now. But what we are doing is we're here to make a connection. Because I'm a storyteller, I'm a writer. My buddy Phil, who is on his way, he is also a writer. And we're going to be here all night. And we're just going to spend some time here with you. So feel free to come in near any of these devices and just let us know that you're here. If you come and these devices, we're also pretty sure these devices are not going to harm you in any way, shape, or form. Because we know that when we try to pack up, that's when they get really, really busy. So this one, for example, you don't even have to touch. You can just come up to it and it will just let me know you're here. You don't even have to get close to it. I'll show you what happens. It's going to be a nice blue light. And if we get close to it, see? I'm not even touching it. But if you get close to that device, then you and I can have a conversation. But there are other ways we can
just save my power.
No. But there are all different devices here that light up and they make noises, just so that you can grab my attention. Just like that. Just like that. This light also went green. All right, so you made that green light go off. Could you do me a favor and make the red light go off as well?
It was on earlier, by the way.
Oh, what?
Red light.
When was that after I walked around it?
No.
Really?
Yeah, when you had your back turned, you were down there.
That's happened down here before too, remember?
That's true.
You turned
That's
your
true.
back on.
So then I'm sorry if I missed the red light. You think you can make the red light go off?
You're welcome.
It said you're welcome.
Oh.
So now you're seeing the charm of the Ghost Tube app. The charm of the Ghost Tube app is that it can go off at any time. So how about we do this? And I see you're making this green light go off over here.
He told me.
Oh.
Really? You told me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a party now. It's a party now.
They messed with you last time, T, by doing things behind your back, so.
Yeah, they like doing that. That's pretty much a steady meter one. So if it really wants to impress me, I see what you're doing. I'm focusing on this one, and then you make the green light go off over there. This happened last time. This happened last time.
Genius activity.
On the previous investigation, whatever was here, I would be telling a story, I'd be doing something, the cat ball would go off, one of the other devices would go off, and it was actually my group that told me, hey, your stuff is going off. Now, if you want to impress me on this one, if you want to impress me on the spike,
Red.
okay.
I think they like missing, really like missing.
Happy Halloween, mother.
Yeah.
Which one detects temperature again?
This one also detects
Okay.
temperature. And the thing is that when it detects temperature as well as motion, if it's green, it means it's getting cooler. So we've got the air conditioning
The air
going on,
conditioning on.
but when it goes red, it means it's getting warm.
Oh, the air conditioning.
And right now it's saying it's a lovely 69.9 degrees, which means we need to stop what we're doing because that's the temperature we want to stop on. Oh, and that just spiked, after that Luke
Look, yes.
that just spiked to a 2.5. So
Everyone
that,
appreciates
so
it.
those are the kind of hits.
Innuendo works then.
What's that?
Innuendo works.
Innuendo works.
Well,
USO. My kind of ghosties.
Yeah.
If there's 4 teenage boys here,
Oh.
hello guys.
So the story that they're talking about, if you're not familiar with this is Manassas history. The last time we were here, we kept getting the name Edwin.
Where are you inside?
I'm not sure.
It seems
Oh!
it's only in the window.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay,
Oh,
then
man.
fine. Then I'm gonna respond.
Kids.
For both of you, that's what she said. Okay.
They'd love that kind of thing.
Yeah. So the story goes that it was just shy of Christmas. I believe it was Christmas Eve, or it was the day before Christmas Eve. 4 teenagers were joyriding. This was 1928. And as they were joyriding, they were hit by one of the oncoming trains, dragged several hundred yards up to here,
Oh no.
up to this door,
All the way from
or near and around this door.
Oh.
Because they had to get the bodies back over to the train station because that had the best light. And that was when one of the sheriff who was helping move the bodies realized one of the victims was his son.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if you don't want me to tell the story, but I'm just trying to get the entire group up to speed. We kept getting named Edwin. One of the boys was named Edwin. Now, oh,
Edwin.
look at that.
Young, just said young.
Oh. They were
Now here's, and this is why, so,
17 and 19 years old, the boy, the 4
yeah,
boys.
so let me go back a bit to when I said, the redundancy of different devices. You notice I'm talking about, oh, it's real close to the spike in the red too. That higher one, Marv, that was a 5.
Okay.
And if it goes even higher into the red, you're hitting EMFs of 7, 5, and 10. That's when you know something is here. All right, something is here. On that note, though, if you're getting some weird vibes in the women's bathroom, let's talk about that on a whole. There's a metal pipe that if I take this EMF reader, that EMF reader, I put it up there, it's putting off EMF of like 25.
Oh.
And there's also a place where I believe some of the interns work where it's like in a closet and you've got like a lot of computer routers and power cables and things like that. That also, I think that one spiked between 10 and 15. Prolonged.
Where is it?
Where is it? It's on the 2nd floor. Thanks for listening.
Meet you out there on the 2nd floor.
So EMF, exposure to really intense EMF can cause hallucinations, can cause skin irritations, can cause different things that are going to throw you, and feelings of dread and rashes. It basically does bad things to you. Prolonged
Hell,
exposure.
just said hell.
Yeah, it can be hell. What was that?
Soldier.
Soldier.
Oh, that.
Okay, we're gonna get to that in a second. Easy.
Yeah, we get that a lot
We'll
here.
get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second. But
Everybody's out to play.
But anyway, but this is why we have the multiple devices, because when you get a hit here, and then you get a hit here, and then you get on the word bank something like what you heard. Coincidence can only go so far.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what keeps me coming back, because between Phil and myself, Phil is Fox Mulder, I'm Dana Scully. Okay, I'm the skeptic between the two of us. But this is all very compelling what's happening right now. And Phil is kicking himself in his eyes.
He's probably driving faster.
He's driving not as fast as his lovely wife, but driving fast. Okay, so you've made the light go green, you've made the light go red. Would you like to talk to us through this device? Green for yes, red for no. We'll just keep this real simple tonight. I mean, we had a hit about 5 over here. We got the green light and we got the red
And
light.
perked up when you mentioned Phil's wife, by the way.
Of course, because
They know Tina.
they know Tina, and okay, I'm just going to ask, do you remember my buddy Phil and his wife Tina Rossi? Green for I remember Phil and his lovely wife Tina. Red for I don't remember. And you can be honest, you know. Like I said,
She crawled into the tunnel. You might remember that.
yeah, she.
Stop recording.
It says right here.
And we get that quite a bit. We
We're
get stop.
here,
I
stop
can't stop recording because right now I'm sure the people that are watching on the stream now this is catching my interest because it's no longer in the green.
We also don't want to stop recording because we want to share your story. with people.
Exactly. So just let me ask, do you remember my buddy's wife, Tina? Green for I remember Tina, red for I do not recall Tina. I'm sorry. I feel like now we're playing hard.
Yeah.
You
I don't
might
want
have
to
to look
upset
away.
Phil if I tell him I told her.
Green.
Okay.
What did you tell her?
Well, we just got a green.
And it said I told her the same number.
And here's the thing, when you're asking these types of devices questions, like this device, by the way, is called the Flex 2. The first one we got, that I got, I called it Simon, because it reminds me of the 80s
Yeah.
Simon game, and it sounds like it too. This is their Halloween edition. They call it Pumpkinhead, but I call it Chuck, short for Charlie Brown, because the Great Pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin.
You also can get one in a lovely bubblegum color for Valentine's Day.
I can get you
Um,
one of those.
this is a great device, by the way. I really swear by it. So I'm going to ask another question. Did you find Tina attractive? Green for she's all that. Red for she's not my type.
It already turned green.
Keep recording.
Maybe there's 2 here and one's going keep recording and the other one's like, no, stop recording.
So what did you think? Did you think that my friend Tina is an attractive Latino?
Oh.
We're going to tell her that she's going to be very angry.
You're going to have to deal with that. She will reach you through the afterlife.
I'd be flat if I was
You did say not my type, so they
Oh, wait, wait.
Yeah. I didn't say unattractive. I
Yeah,
said not my
not
type.
my type.
Edgar.
Edgar?
Edgar? Was it?
Wasn't one of the boys Edgar?
Yeah. You can actually.
Edwin or Edgar?
I would have to check on that.
Okay.
But you can actually, on GhostTube, you can also input, like customize the word bank. It's got like 1,000 words. So I've put in names associated with this place, as well as our names.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So are we talking? So are we talking to one of the boys right now? Green for yes, red for no. Are we talking to one of the boys right now? Also, when you ask these questions, you don't want to just rapid fire ask the questions. You want to just give it a chance, give it some time.
No, I don't think so.
That is really
It is
cool.
on.
Talk about that.
Okay, if you're over here now and you're not dealing with this device, can you make that go red? You're really close. One more nudge and that goes to red. And that'll let me know you're here. I mean, I know you're here, but that would be, it would mean a lot to me for the Halloween season.
Oh, they're getting shy.
Did you see the accident with the train?
Oh, that's a great question. Did you see the accident with the train? Green for yes, red for no. Just
John.
and 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 it actually went off twice.
Twice.
Yeah, that's a double beep.
Oh.
3, 4 times. Okay.
Man.
Very interesting.
My question is, were you alive when you saw it?
Good
Or were you
question.
another spirit that
Might
was
be
like,
somebody
Oh.
who was working here.
It's green, it just beeped again.
oh, so you were alive?
Beep again. Wow.
Were you working here when the accident happened? Did you see the train?
Yeah.
What did it say?
Speak.
Speak.
Wow.
Okay. You're making your presence known. Can you back away from that,
Farther.
please?
Farther.
Can you please back away from the device? Let it reset to blue. And I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you, okay?
Who is that?
Well, I thought you heard me say, I'm T, or are we talking to somebody else? I need you to back away. Let it reset to blue, please.
There's a class upstairs. Maybe they can. The footsteps. So who else is here?
Oh, can one of you keep an eye on the time, just to make sure that we don't spend too much time? I wanted to.
Mm.
7:38.
Yeah, if we can head up at about after.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Rude.
If we can,
Yeah,
Please
so-
go upstairs.
if we can head upstairs about 8:30,
Okay.
that way we could fill time to get here.
Yeah.
Can you let that reset to blue, please?
Does it not reset?
Oh,
There it goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good listener.
I appreciate it. Okay, so let's find out. Now we got soldier earlier, but we also got that you saw the train accident happen. So let's just ask some real quick yes/no questions just to see who we're talking to. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten you in the back over here. No, I haven't forgotten you in the back. Can you tell me if you're a soldier here? Were you a soldier that was in the encampment? Green for yes, red for no. Were you here during the American Civil War? I'm just going to say this is way busier than any other
It's
time.
always quiet.
Yeah.
Except it's always been this back corner.
That's green.
There's red. It just went red. That means an EMF spike of 10. That's substantial. That's substantial. Okay, so we know somebody's here. We're just trying to figure out who. So I'm going to ask again, and I'll be patient. I'll just give you as long as you need. Were you one of the soldiers here in the encampment? Green? Okay. I'll give you something else to think about too, okay? Now, I heard you. Let it reset to blue, please. Let it reset to blue, please. Let it reset to blue. It's like an early '80s techno. It's pop and lock. All right, I'll let you play with the device for a bit longer, okay? I'm just gonna. I can't make you go. I can't make you go away. I don't want you to go away. But I do want to talk to you. I do want to talk to you. But you have to let it reset to blue. Otherwise, I can't talk to you. So step away from the device, please. Please. Please.
Have you seen it before?
It's quite interesting technology.
It's also very playful, and
Mhm.
that's one of the things that I would say about what is here. I truly believe what is here is extremely playful.
Mhm.
I don't think it is malicious in any way. I think Mika and I talked about that on the episode. As a matter of fact, I was told that after our first investigation here, the mood felt lighter. So that made me feel like we did something right. But I'm curious, have any of you?
Come closer.
Okay, I'll come closer. Sure, I'll come closer.
How about you come closer?
I'll be the guinea pig here. I'll just go ahead and come closer. How about that? So so you said you had something happen to you while you were here. Why don't you go ahead and tell me about it?
It was Mika and I.
Okay.
We were up on the second floor, and we were the only ones here, right? Or other people were downstairs, maybe?
We were cleaning up after an event,
Yeah.
closing up.
And then we heard footsteps upstairs, and I was like, okay, sometimes we hear footsteps, and that's like not new. But then
Now,
we
were
heard
you were on this floor?
on the second floor.
Or the
Hearing
second?
them
Oh,
on
you
the third
first footsteps
floor.
on the third floor.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, maybe someone's up there or someone's left up there. And then we heard a conversation, like a whole conversation. I was like, oh my gosh, who's up on the third floor? So Mika's like, I don't know, I'm gonna go check. No one was up there.
Yeah. We thought it was an event where kind of a Halloween thing, and there were all these actors dressed
Yeah.
up, and we thought some of them were still upstairs chatting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought, oh, I'm gonna go up there to say, hey, it's really time to go. And I went up there, the lights were all off. There was not a soul up there, and we heard.
But you both heard.
Oh yeah.
You both heard conversation.
Yes.
I think he wants you
It
to
says
come
come
closer.
closer.
Hmm.
I can come closer. Telling stories.
All right. Well, then you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me go on ahead. Let me make an adjustment on this. Just gonna make an adjustment on this.
Can I say the four boys' names?
Hold on a second.
Just to
I
remind
don't
us.
know that those boys are here, but you can tell that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, fine. Let me see it. So there was Edwin, George, John, and Taylor.
Oh
So
yeah,
was
we
it?
do hear
Terry.
We do hear.
Wait. What
George.
did what
It
did,
just said Terry.
what did you say?
That was Taylor.
No, but Terry works
We have
here.
a woman.
Yeah, but
Oh, you
Terry.
got a Terry that works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a shout out
Oh,
to
and I
Terry.
should mention, she swears she has a poltergeist that travels with her.
Oh, really?
So she was gonna come tonight, and she said, well, I have my own situation to deal with, a friendly one.
We gotta go sound.
There was another George that died in the hotel that was on this
Grandmother.
site as
Grandmother.
well. There was a young man who worked on the railroad, living in the hotel, working for the railroad.
Yes.
And he got sick and died.
Oh
And
no.
the time that I think we were up on the second floor where we just got
Yeah.
sick. I was sick
Oh,
all
Yeah,
the
it
time.
was.
It's quite sad.
it was sad.
So if you're with here, George or George,
Interesting. It's not calibrating now.
Hmm.
It was working fine just a moment ago, and now it's not calibrating.
like
Now,
too much. We've got to have another one.
This is when you sometimes see some investigators that will not go named take their shirts off, scream demon,
Screaming at it.
and make some wild accusations about
Yeah.
something
Hello.
going on. Honestly, I'm not buying into that. Sometimes gear fails. That's why we have a second one, so I can go on ahead and look at the second one and see if that works as well.
And
Wow.
gear tends to fail.
But
Like that.
considering that it was working fine just a few moments
Yeah,
ago,
yeah, yeah.
and then
Hmm.
conveniently decided that was what my buddy Phil would say is compelling. And
I think it's interesting.
it is interesting. But like a lot of times when you hear people say, oh, my battery was at 100% and it drained. Well, yeah, but you know what? You can also get bad batteries too.
Yeah, that's true.
You can also have interns that go, it must have been the spirits. When, you know.
It was pretty funny the one time when all the equipment, including the
Now
museums,
that's a different story altogether.
the museums,
Yeah, the
Cameras.
stuff I did.
all of it did.
So I started running SEER, just
Oh,
FYI.
good.
So SEER produces sort of fun images like
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh, yay.
Nice
So
skulls.
AI is great for making weird, spooky looking images.
Okay.
Oh, skulls.
Okay, if I'm sitting too close to this device, let me know. I will back off. But to let me know, you're gonna have to step away from this device as well. And I will, if this resets to blue, I will back off.
Chip, chip.
If you keep doing that, I'm just gonna keep sitting here thinking that you really want to talk to me.
Red. Person in the corner. Hey, talk to me. I'm much better behaved. No.
See, something like this happened with our devices when we were on the theater. So I'm wondering if this is a warm up for when we get up to the 3rd floor.
Oh gosh.
Do you want me to back off? If you want me to back up, let it go back to. Anybody hear that?
Well, there's
There are people
Oh, there's people upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
they're just finishing up, I think.
Do you want me to back up? If you want me to back up, you got to step as far away from this as possible and let it reset. Let it reset. You got to let it reset to blue. Please. Please.
This is strange.
no noise detected.
And this is why when people say, "Oh, that thing's on a pre-programmed cycle of words,"
I've never heard that one before.
we've never heard that one.
Strange.
We've never heard that one before, and really, we have had it where sometimes it won't go off at all, and sometimes we've had this happen. The same thing with Simon here as well. I've taken this places and it's just sat there and it's just blue, no big deal. But whoever's here now, they are having a ball with it. I'm going to back away anyway, just to give you room, because I don't want to crowd you. I also don't want to crowd the other devices. But we can't have a conversation with you if you keep doing this.
Phil's arriving, T.
What?
Phil's arriving, he just texted.
Okay.
Oh,
And he said walnuts up.
Walnuts?
And then he said walking up.
Oh.
Walnuts up. I'm gonna start saying
Oh
that.
my gosh, it just said
Walnuts
car,
up.
T.
Yeah,
It just said car.
car. Oh, well, yes.
He's arriving by car.
I want to
Oh,
talk.
well, that's
Okay.
good.
Well, okay. All right. So.
It's obvious.
I tell you what, we will let you talk, but you have to step away from these devices. Let them reset. This one will reset to a blue light, but you have to step away from it. And if you don't step away from it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this so that you can go on ahead and use a different device. But if you really want to use this device to talk to us, step away from it. I'm going to do a 3 count. Step away in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Last time we had something like that, it was sort of at the Bird Theatre where the little girl was supposed to be, and it just wouldn't stop going off.
I was gonna say that's a kid thing to do.
Yeah.
It is or a defiant teenager thing to do. But here's the thing that you.
What is your name?
Oh, they've asked that.
They're asking that several times.
Maybe they're asking this gentleman.
What is your
Well,
name?
this gentleman's name is.
We just had a what is his name?
My name is Phil. You might remember me
From such books as Crescent, Harvey,
from
or.
such investigations as
9.
You're a 9, Phil.
9.
We wish
You're
we'd
a
done
9.
an investigation.
The number
This is
9.
probably 5 or 4.
4 here.
So I just took away Simon because it wouldn't back off. So, but it's been very active. So we're gonna try this. Okay, we're gonna try this.
Blessed.
Are they having a blast?
Blessed, like.
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
Oh,
alright.
interesting.
Blessing Phil's present rhyme.
Yeah.
Run.
Oh,
I don't think I want to.
All right.
I'm only running.
So I put in the middle of the room. Do you want to add? You good?
I'm good.
Do you like?
Oh, I like.
It's good.
Do you like it?
It's
What
good
do you
for
think,
water.
spirits?
I think he wants one now.
Okay.
So so what I've done is I've swapped out Simon for a REM pod.
Meanwhile, in the corner,
Meanwhile, in the corner,
that's me in the corner.
Spike has a lot to say. So how this works is you just go up to this. You do not even have to touch. You just get that close, and it'll just let me know you're here. Now I'm going to back off. I'm going to back off, and I'm going to see if you have anything else you want to say to us. Going to tip that down there. Okay. It's good to have you back, my friend.
You're back.
Happy Halloween.
Yes, sir.
The veil is thin.
So I don't mind doing a little. Humble brag. So tomorrow night. Oh, not tomorrow night.
Saturday.
Tomorrow night on my stream, I'm going to be doing a dress rehearsal of my costume because Saturday night I'm hosting my 55th birthday
Happy birthday!
at a haunted house.
Which one?
We're going to a place that we have investigated several times over. It's called Linville Manor.
Oh, like an actual.
Yeah, an actual haunted house.
We, so I'll tell you a quick story about this, and then if whomever's here wants to let their presence down, then I'll stop the story. But yeah, we've investigated Linville Manor. Geez, how many times, Phil? 5. Yeah, somewhere to this one. And to give you an idea of how active it is, the host of Linville Manor, a guy by the name of Win Brewer, he does this thing called Toast to the Ghost. So it is Phil, myself, and Win on camera. Pip, Phil's daughter Bren, and Phil's wife Tina, they're sitting off camera. And so there are 3 of us on camera. Win does the toast. He says cheers. Phil says cheers. I said cheers. And someone else says cheers. It was not Tina. It was not my wife. It was not Bren. Their voice sounded older.
Oh my god.
And it was so clear. We all heard it in the moment. We caught it on 3 different devices. And it was just that Linville magic. This place has been featured on Kindred Spirits. And it's basically an Airbnb that gives you the option. Do you want the haunted experience or do you not? And if you don't, Wynn's got all these protections and all these precautions that have been suggested by the folks at Kindred Spirits. If you want the full-on haunted experience, he takes great care of you. But he is a phenomenal host.
What happened there?
What happened?
The light literally went on
I'm the tracer.
the tracer.
Yeah, I just saw that on the corner map.
It went red.
Where?
The trace flash.
Closer to you.
Did you get it?
Yes, I'm filming it.
Okay, I hope so. That's the important bit.
It's the first
Are you
time.
behind me?
It was.
I thought I heard
If you're behind me, you're more than welcome to you're more than welcome to touch me on the arm or give me a shove in the back. No scratching though.
About a buck.
You gotta buy dinner before you start doing that.
You don't know how many dinners I've bought.
But it is funny because usually it comes up behind you, T.
Yeah.
It's the first time it's done anything all night.
So let's go on ahead. Let's reintroduce ourselves. I'm T. That's my buddy Phil who came a little late, but Phil and I are going to be here all night with Pip and these lovely people here,
And Marv.
and our buddy Marv, all the way from London.
I wonder if it's just a movie was dead when it's cold.
Is it? Okay. First thing we do is we got to look for a bed.
Okay, like that.
Oh, no, he's not. He's right. I was like,
I don't feel it. That's interesting. We were getting some hits over here. Oh, that's Phil's. That's Phil's.
Ah, look at Marv.
Now we have Google Lens.
Classic.
So do you wanna tell us if you're here or not? I'm sorry I missed you back here.
I think that was the point.
I think their Matthew took the toilet.
And it's too quiet all of a sudden.
Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna get down here again, and the funny thing is, when you have a lot of devices out, I don't know where to look. Because this one is consistently now in the yellow, which is a big jump from the green. I'm gonna go ahead and have a seat again. So the question really isn't are you here, the question is who's here? And I took away Simon because apparently that was too much fun for him. I'm sorry about that. But you tell me. You said you were a soldier here, so I'm going to go on ahead and I'm just going to ask, did you fight for the Union? If you fought for the Union, you can tap on there, but since I'm watching the silver stick here, just go close to the silver stick if you were with the Union Army. Okay, that's the EMF reader on Ghost 2. If you fought for the Confederacy, now I'm just feeling this slight breeze right now, and the vent is pointing that way. So how it comes this way?
I feel something too.
Okay. I'm just keeping an eye out. There's one vent up there that's pretty strong. It's coming from this way. So tell me this. Are you a member of the Confederate Army? If you're a soldier with the Confederate Army, come up to this black box with the silver stick and go on ahead and touch the stick, please. You don't have to do anything, but if we want to find out your story and talk to you tonight, that's all we got to ask.
Possessed.
Ooh, possessed. That's not on the table.
What?
It's
No.
not- we're
But
not-
if anybody does
Natalie.
have Spotify, please pull up Kate Bush's
Natalie.
Right Up That Hill. Just have it on the ready, just in case. Just in
Definitely a
case.
stretch.
They've got Natalie.
Natalie?
Natalie.
Interesting. Natalie.
So maybe the soldiers moved on.
Maybe. Is this, are we talking to Natalie? Touch the silver stick if we're talking to Natalie. Okay. So did any of you have questions for me or Phil now that Phil's here? And it's okay to, I'm going to throw this out there too. If you're not buying into this, even though it's been very active already, if you're not buying into this, that's fine too. We entertain, and that includes people on the stream as well. If you have hard questions that you want to have, it's getting colder again. I'm feeling this breeze right here as I'm talking. If you all have any questions about paranormal process, or what we do, or what I think of what other people do, like taking off their shirts and
Can
screaming.
you explain that?
And finding
What was it?
innocent.
There are many words I would use for Zach Baggins, but innocent is not one of those words. Man was born and raised in Vegas, for God's sake. But if you have those questions for us, we entertain those as well, and we don't shy away from them. So, do you all have any questions for me or Phil?
Did you have an experience that made you get into this, a personal experience?
Yeah, it was Phil calling me saying, "Hey man, we're gonna try this for real." Actually, I'm gonna turn that over to Phil because I think Phil is Phil has a little, and I think this is why Phil's more of a true believer than I am, because Phil has had some experiences that even he cannot
Give it back.
Give it back.
The thing, they missed the thing.
Oh.
I think they're mad.
I tell you what. If you make my REM pod go off right now, that doesn't count. So we have this game where we say that was me.
Yeah.
But if you want me,
Peaceful.
if you want me to bring back Simon, just touch that silver stick. You know, just make it beep once, and I will gladly bring it back. Meanwhile, Phil,
Meanwhile,
you and
Meanwhile,
paranormal
me.
experiences.
So, I've always been fascinated by the paranormal ever since I was a cool kid. You know, I was the kid that would find that corner of the library in elementary school and find the books about ghosts, about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, UFOs.
I'm okay with the Loch Ness Monster. I'm willing to believe in this.
You know, and I grew up in a house that was not super old, but my grandfather built the house. And he lived his entire life in that house. My mom grew up in that house as well, and myself and my sisters, we all grew up there. And when I was younger, there were some strange things I would hear around the house, or things would kind of tip themselves off the shelf that I couldn't really explain why it would do that. My parents would say, oh, it's the pipes, or you probably set it close to the side of the shelf, but I was never quite convinced. And then when I was a teenager, I had an experience that I've only recently started talking about in the last several years.
And now everybody on freaking TikTok Paranormal, they want to hear the story, and I'm trying to.
But this is a different story.
Oh.
Oh, really? This isn't about
This is
Dudleytown?
not about Dudleytown.
Okay.
I don't. Did I not?
I
Have you heard this
think you've
story?
been holding on to me, Ross.
Have you not heard this story?
No,
You listen to Don't Turn Around, though, don't you?
I do.
So Don't Turn Around is my podcast, which kind of got me back into the paranormal. And I didn't share this story until I was on another podcast, and I was 16 years old. I was waking up around the same time all week in the middle of the night, and it sounds cliche, and I'm not exaggerating, but it was around 3:34, 4 or 5 nights in a row.
Don't you?
Yeah. And you know, it would be right on my alarm clock. Like I would chuckle, like in the last couple of days, because there it was. But the last night, I was kind of coming out of a twilight sleep, and my sister came home, or so I thought, but she was at Virginia Tech, so there was no way that she was coming home. So I must have been transitioning out of a dream, and so I made a joke thinking it was her, and then I heard this voice, because I heard someone coming down our hallway, because we had a long hallway in my parents' house.
What did it say?
Hammer.
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 And it's hammer time. And the boards would creak, and so it sounded like she was kind of sneaking up, because we like to scare each other as kids.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and she did this like deep kind of scary voice, and so I mocked her basically. And then I saw a shadow standing in my door, and then next thing I knew, it was right next to my bed, and I could not move. And I couldn't move. And granted, you know, sleep paralysis, there's other explanations for it beyond the paranormal, but I literally felt like something was like pinning my arms to the bed, and it was saying things to me like, don't mock me because I could end you right now. And I managed to roll over after a few minutes. I couldn't even scream, that's the thing. That was like true terror. I felt the scream in my throat, but it was this weird kind of mewling sound coming out.
Sink.
And yeah, it was a sinking feeling for sure. And so I managed to roll over and turn on my bedside lamp, because the only way I could really reach it was if I roll that direction. And I turned it on, and out of the corner of my eye, if you've ever dropped like food coloring in water, and it kind of spreads out like that, well, I saw that in reverse, like out of the corner of my eye. And then after that night, I, believe it or not, slept like a baby. Didn't wake up at that time again, and I didn't share that story for years. I think I told one other person that story. I can't believe I never told you that story.
No, I've never
And then
heard
you
this.
went looking for it.
Well, and so a couple years later, I went on a trip with my high school. It was a literature class called Call of the Wild, and the whole premise was, you know, how nature influences literature and creativity, and how this whole living world around us, and the seen and the unseen. And the class culminated in this trip, and the teacher, Mr. Gillette, had been doing this trip for years to a place called Dudleytown in upstate Connecticut. It's in the village of Cornwall. Dudleytown, the short version, was a town that just could never seem to kind of take hold. You know, the land was not great for crops. They didn't get a lot of sun because they were in the shadow of Mohawk Mountain up there. And there were just a series of tragedies. There were people falling off their barn and getting killed, people getting killed by the Native Americans at the earlier stage, because it was right around the French-Indian War. surgeon who bought a home out there, sort of their weekend home, and he got called back into New York City for a surgery, and he left his wife there. And when he came back, she had completely lost her mind and was talking about like creatures coming out of the woods, and then they ended up sending her to an asylum there in Connecticut, and that's where she spent the rest of her days. But if you backtrack about 75, 100 years, the old man Abel Dudley, who was part of the family that kind of founded the town, he had been talking about like strange creatures that would come out of the woods, and they just said, well, he's just a crazy old man. So this is where we went to camp. And the short version is we do a daytime tour of the town. We see the different various like foundations and where the buildings used to be, but there's no buildings there anymore, of course. And then at night we go back, and then the teacher would take us like solo and leave people in different foundations of the building, or you could do it with your friends. And I was not as brave back then, so I definitely did it with two of my friends.
Right.
And so we're in the foundation of one of the old buildings. And what was really weird was when we first came into the town, it was probably about 70 degrees, but all at once it just got cold. Like it just was like a pocket of cold air descending.
Which actually, I wanted to ask real quick, the air conditioning system in here, does it commonly cause drafts that just come in from this direction?
Not really, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, not really. I mean, they're all pointing.
I just had Marv sitting next to me because as you were telling the story, I felt a very, very strong draft
Well timed.
this way.
Here comes the train.
Train's coming. Where? Out there. So we heard all kinds of weird noises, like just noises you can't explain. Voices, something that sounded like a door slamming shut. There are no doors out there. The closest house is probably 30 miles away.
And also for some reference, you are no longer allowed legally.
Yeah, you can't go up there
You
anymore.
cannot go to Dudley.
Oh wow.
It was, when did they shut it off? Around like
Early 2000s.
early
What's the
2000s.
reason they give?
So there's
The official reason.
Yeah, there's an association that owns the property. They're called the Dark Entry or Dark Hollow or Dark Entry Association, which is the name of the road. It's called Dark Entry Road, and they said people were vandalizing and leaving trash up there, and that they just didn't want people coming through. That's the official story. Who knows what the
That's a very weird reason.
is?
So there wasn't an addendum to the story. I remember you mentioned this either to me or on the turnaround, but there was also the rule that your teacher said where don't allow or don't take any souvenirs home with you.
Oh right, yes.
And one of your fellow students.
Yes. So you said you cannot take anything from the town, not even a rock. And so this one girl in my class was not a believer, kind of a wise ass, and she pocketed a rock. And then that next week, these are separate incidents. She got sick, and then she got in a car accident. She was okay, but she wrecked her car, and then she broke her leg. All
Oh
of
my
a
gosh.
So
And wasn't she like some kind of track star? Or?
yeah, she was an athlete.
Yeah.
She was a lacrosse player, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was the end of her
And if I remember correctly, the way Phil told me the story ended was that she hobbled back there with the teacher.
season. Yeah,
She put the stone back and apparently finished
and then
the year without
no more
incident.
events.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was those
Yeah.
kind of early events that that had my interest, right?
But what you missed on the way here actually sparked something I wanted to ask you about was coincidence.
Is that my microphone going
That-
off? Oh, that's yours.
Is this you? If this is you, would you mind backing off? Or is that
That could not have been me.
okay?
No.
My booty ain't setting it off, so okay. All right. Thanks for joining. Did you enjoy Phil's story?
Have you heard that story before? Well, don't be shy. It's because we're all staring at you. Performance anxiety.
Was that what we were talking about the line of coincidence? how coincidence can only go so far.
Yeah.
Because as I was saying this, we were getting incredible hits off of the Ghost Tube. This has spiked already up to 10 over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
of course I had, Simon was also, well, I'm sorry, Chuck was going off until Chuck decided not to calibrate.
Please stop.
And we'll be getting a lot of that tonight.
Are you talking to the person in the corner and you're just like, look, please stop messing with this?
Did we bring
really
any,
bothering
bring any
me.
cat balls?
We
Not
have
that-
cat
I was,
balls.
I was saving that for.
Well, I was going to say, not that I'm advocating bringing any more gear out. It might get a little overwhelming.
Yeah,
But it's cat balls.
I'd rather not overwhelm them.
We'll try cat balls upstairs. We're going to leave some of this stuff down here.
So to continue my tale of the paranormal, yeah, my interest waned, once I got to college because I was busy, drinking and chasing girls.
Why are you
As-
here?
Why am I
well,
here?
I thought it was drinking and chasing girls, but that was why we went to college.
Maybe the ghost is saying, why are you here when you're going to be drinking and chasing girls?
I took off to chase girls, but there's something like this dude likes.
And by the way, we both went to James Mass, so there you go.
Yes, we did. So even after college, I would watch the ghost shows as they started coming out in the early 2000s. Of course, Ghost Hunters. Never did I think I would be going out and trying to have my own kind of experiences, right? And it wasn't until I started my podcast, Don't Turn Around, in 2019 that the idea kind of started to percolate a little bit. Just hearing other people's experiences, it made it just much more of an accessible concept that I could go out and maybe see what it's like for me. And just because it's something I can't explain doesn't mean that it's needs to be frightening or it needs to be something evil and trying to cause me harm. And so fast forward to 2020, during the pandemic, I was really getting the itch bad. And T and I had started playing a video game together during the pandemic called Phasmophobia, which is a ghost hunting, I won't say parody, but it's
actually pretty realistic to what we're doing right now. Exactly.
Yes.
We've had, let me.
Except for the murder.
Yeah, I have had something.
He told me.
He told me? No, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you this story. I have had an incident where we're actually going to be. It's going to be covered in the last show of this season. But I did have an incident in South Carolina where something was there that made my my presence very uncomfortable to a point where I had to leave. And
That was a first.
that was a first. I would love to say that's going to be the last, but considering some places we're going to be wanting to go in the future, probably not. But with the exception of ghosts trying to rip your face off, Phasmophobia is one of the most realistic depictions of paranormal investigation.
And it's just good fun.
Especially when you're playing with friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we laugh, I scream, he laughs, I scream.
Yeah, I do. And I said to T one night, I said, would you ever want to do this for real?
And I said, did you have a place in mind? And that was when Phil told me the place, the time, the date, and all I had to do was say yes, and we were going to make it happen.
Say yes to the dress.
And you did, and I did say yes to that dress. And that first, it's really interesting. So I just got back from TwitchCon. I actually was giving a talk with several other panelists on streaming non-gaming content. And they asked, and one of the best, probably the best question that we got was someone said, because you're not streaming games, because you're streaming what you're streaming, do you ever feel FOMO? And if you don't know, because I did have to look it up, it's fear of missing out, right?
You had to look up FOMO?
When I first heard it, yes.
How old are you?
In 2 days, I'm going to be 55. So
I'm just
I
messing.
can't drive 55 because I'm on AARP. But it was the best question, because of what you're doing. Do you ever have FOMO? And I said, the only way I can describe it is there are people that are playing the game Phasmophobia. There are people that are playing Demonologist. There are people that are playing the game Forsaken and Ghost Hunters and Ghost Hunters Inc. And all I can say is, I'm living it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually going, I've been to the prison in Phasmophobia repeatedly. I have been to the asylum. I have been to a distillery where, yes, I can say without any hesitation, I found spirits. And then
And they were delicious.
the entire place groaned, and I said, now you know why they call me Twitch. And
But, I mean, and
But
from
yeah.
that first investigation,
we knew.
we knew that
We knew.
this was our path.
Yeah.
And to say what we knew was ahead,
What did you say?
It's
No.
a not.
Not.
well,
Started some shit.
we got a little assassin.
This
we've done some
whatever
stuff before.
whatever is here that has been working this particular ghost tube, it's been sassy. It's been
Yes.
sassy.
How do you feel?
Oh, really? How do you feel? I mean, Marg has just adjusted because of the jet lag. I adjusted as far as yesterday is concerned, but I did have some insomnia last night. But
And I'm never really fully adjusted.
no.
And here we are.
So so that was how we got. That's how we got started in this, and here we are. The candy factory has been. There's a very different vibe from when we were last year. I do want to say that.
Well, I feel like each time the vibes are a little bit different.
But I would definitely say at least on this floor it's a bit lighter. It's a bit
Yeah.
lighter.
Down there.
Down there.
So now here's the funny thing.
Down there?
Well, that's the thing. They keep saying down there, and I thought I heard somebody say that there wasn't. Somebody here had an incident downstairs.
Yeah,
in the
one of the
basement.
costumers, she was like, oh my gosh, you guys should go downstairs, and there's like a bin of hangers by like the window, like right
Yeah.
here. And she says every time she's down there, she like sees something out of the corner of her eye, and then goes over and looks, and there's nothing. But then she'll feel like a really cold,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
breeze.
I will say that about the basement. Like sometimes when I'm down there by myself and maybe like the building's kind of empty, it feels like you're not alone down there. It's kind of a weird vibe.
Burp.
The only reason I'm
Didn't it burn down?
kind of ruling out the basement is because with this big of a group, considering we went down with
Yeah.
5, it got a little crowded. That was
Yeah.
group 5.
Is it as cluttered down there? Yeah.
It's yeah. We had cleared it out and it got crazy.
We'll
And
see
in
where
the
the
spot
night
where,
takes
in the spot in question is particularly good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if we keep hearing downstairs throughout the night.
Mhm.
And then,
Yeah.
and then
One thing I would recommend is I know 3 of you are on Ghost Tube. I would suggest one of you switch over to Ghost Tube Seer, just so you can see, just so you can get the Ghost Tube Seer experience, because that is the latest app that when I introduced it to Phil, he was like, okay.
I was very, very, very skeptical. And for
Yeah.
me,
Yes, for him, he got
That's
skeptical.
Lower your voice.
Yeti.
Yeti.
Okay.
There's no
It's
word that says
interesting
I'm
to me.
stuck. It said I'm
I got a
stuck.
seer image and it looked like the inside of a hotel.
Well, it was a hotel.
That is
Yeah.
interesting because
Yeah.
what was the name of the hotel again? It
The
was
Benton Hotel.
Benton.
the Benton Hotel, yeah.
And
So-
And it was fire
Burned
right
down.
down.
It burned down.
So,
Yeah,
so
please
the
go
She
Benton,
crawled into the tunnel downstairs in the basement.
That's right.
Here.
She did?
yeah, so she could
Did
get
you tell you that?
I don't think she told me that.
so she could get a shot of the original
Yeah.
rail. So the Benton Hotel, for those of you who may or may not know, the Benton Hotel was originally on the spot, and then the fire of Manassas occurred. It burned to the ground, and they actually have the historic Manassas actually have some of the bottles that were rescued from the ashes, and the heat was so intense it warped the glass. So that was. So if I remember correctly, the history of this location was a Civil War encampment, which is why soldiers got my attention. And then from Civil War encampment to the Benton Hotel, from Benton Hotel it then became Hopkins Candy Factory.
I think it was the mill company.
It became a mill after Hopkins, if I remember correctly,
You might be right.
because
It was like a.
there was a mill, and then one time it was a tire warehouse.
Yes.
It Is that, oh yeah, because it was owned by the merchants. It was
Yes.
owned by the merchants. You're
So
talking
the
about
last
this
thing it was before it became us was the merchant tire
Yeah.
warehouse.
You're correct.
Now,
Tell her what she's
you
doing.
can, now, if you get that chime, that's a good super secret thing. You can just disable the audio in there.
Yeah.
And there it is. There's that breeze again.
That's
It's
a good.
literally just there.
It shows two people fighting.
Two people fighting.
Okay, that's a very good question. And I know for a fact that Phil should be here for this. So one of the questions we got was, first off, real quick, we have a time check real quick?
8:23.
And
8:23.
the class is over and they're all cleared out, so
Oh,
the
great,
second floor
great.
is,
So we'll answer this question, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pack up the gear and head up to the second floor. Specifically, we're going to, don't anybody laugh, we're going to the women's bathroom. Because apparently
Sorry,
Moaning
I'm
Myrtle haunts the candy factory of Manassas, Virginia. But the first answer your question, so Phil, I know you're gonna wanna chime in on this. Is there such a thing as phantom smells? And the thing is, we've experienced them.
Because I was also feeling the breeze,
Yeah.
and I smelled like campfire.
Okay.
yeah,
Once again.
we've had people on the third floor, remember the last time
Yeah.
when we were here with the,
I think I was one of those people
Yeah.
that smelled it.
we
Yeah.
were here and the young man who, looked at him. Oh God, I smell it right now that you said it. Yeah, just now I smell it.
And I wasn't sure if that's like, because
That's really weird.
I mean, wood does trap smells, right?
Wood does trap smells.
And
Yeah,
heating and
but
cooling can
fire.
release those smells, but yeah, it's
But like one of the things, like, when we were in the Tuckahoe Plantation, one of the really fascinating bits, I'm trying to remember if I picked up on the scent.
What's that?
it's right in the bottom corner.
Okay. But I do remember that we were at the Tuckahoe Plantation, just outside of Richmond. All right, this is me. And I remember it was the first and only time we've ever caught what's called a shared experience on film. And what's fascinating about that is I didn't think you could.
What is your name?
What was that?
What is your name?
What's my name? Okay, might have somebody new here. I'm T. That's my buddy Phil. But at the Tuckahoe Plantation,
Did it say
I was-
idiot?
Yes.
what was that?
It's an idiot.
It's continuing talking crap to you.
Dude,
Abusive.
You know, I took it.
That's last time.
Yeah, I know. I think we did. But we came out. So we were in the smokehouse, and it was starting to feel crowded, and I started to feel unwelcome, or whatever was there. So I went on ahead and left. I'm standing outside, and I left the camera running, filming everybody else in the smokehouse. And they're chit-chatting away, and then we go, hey, you guys smell that? It smells like smoke. It smells like, somebody's smoking meat in here. And then we got a signal that we needed to move on from the group that we were with. So I come back in, and I said, so what was it? What was it like? And they said, oh, wow, we were getting some hits off the REM pod, we were getting hits off of Simon. It was really busy in here. And they said, what about you? And I said, the weirdest thing that happened was I was standing outside and I smelled hickory smoke. And they all stared at me just like that. They were all like, the F you say? And I said, I was smelling hickory smoke. And then everybody then told me they were smelling the same thing. So, and that was captured on film. That's a long answer for yes. It's just.
He's good at that.
Oh, you'll feel at the Stone House in Manassas?
Smell pipes.
Pipe smoke, yeah.
No, that was also. Oh yeah, the Stonehouse. You're right. So I mean, it's possible. The hard part is capturing that on film. But the thing was, is if you can actually capture people's reactions to that sort of thing, I think that counts. That counts as something.
Counts in my book.
Okay.
Is someone at the chocolate factory working late? Getting some late night chocolates out?
So
Remember,
whoever's.
one group also
Yeah.
upstairs smelled chocolate, remember?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So
That was a good time. That was a good time.
So if anyone wants to give us a whiff of candy or chocolate,
We are heading upstairs to the ladies' room.
yes.
That just sounds weird, I know, but that's where we're headed. Ready to believe.
It only sounds weird if you mean it.
That's true. Now, as we're heading up, I'm going to go on ahead. So, hi everybody. Just checking in. Did anybody have any questions for the group? Did anybody have questions for Marv all the way from? Did anybody have questions for us before we move up?
I want to hear his stories sometime.
What, whose story?
Marv's stories. Do you have some stories from him?
I told Pip some. Should I tell Pip? Are they worth telling?
What about the hair?
The one when I was 10 in my bed.
I know Phil would want to hear that story.
Yeah,
I know
actually,
Phil wants to hear
when
that
Phil
story.
said it, I had a little bit of a flashback, and I mentioned it to Pip. And I haven't told the story to a lot of people actually. So when I was 10, I was just lying in bed and just had a nightmare, and just woke up from a nightmare. And I'm lying on my side, and I look where I am. I can't move, and there's a figure with his finger in my ear. And
Whoa.
I've clocked it. It's clocked me. And he looked at me, pulled the finger out, and was like, up, and then just jumped through the wall and left. And it's like, it was like the finger had messed up. So like, oh, I went too far with the nightmare I gave you, I'm sorry. Bye. And yeah. I think, yeah, like Phil said, like it probably was sleep paralysis, and I've had sleep paralysis since, and as an adult, I've had the experience with a bag on top of me.
Yeah.
And that's like a normal occurrence, is one that's reported on quite a lot. Sleep paralysis or whatever people have. But that one, when I was 10, was quite unique. I've not heard anyone have anything like that.
Yeah.
But that's never happened since. It was one time.
Very memorable though. You don't
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't told you that to you.
No, you hadn't, but I think,
About this afternoon.
Spence, Secondhand, and Sam all say, hey, Marv! But if anybody in chat has questions, now's a great time because we're taking a quick break before we motivate up to the ladies' bathroom. So I'm actively watching chat right now. I can go ahead and leave most of this behind because everything else, I think right now, nothing. I think we're good. I've got the main stuff I need. That can stay. All that can stay because I'm filming it.
Okay. Is that dangerous? It's very cute.
Shall we head on up then?
Yes.
All right, let's head on up. So we're heading on up. Evie and the kittens say hi. Of course they do. Because kittens. Now you see, this might be what we're feeling because if that concentrated
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
if that concentrated blast is being siphoned through that small crack because that's not airtight, that could be what we're feeling. Oh, Spence is taking over? Oh wow, that's very kind of you, Spence. I knew you had plans for the night.
That's not normal. I don't know why it's just running and running and running and running.
So I gotta ask, what does everybody think so far? Everybody good? Everybody okay with what's happening? I couldn't have asked for better activity. I gotta admit.
Down here it's usually kind of dead.
All right. Let's see. All right.
Anybody want to load on? Load on? Equipment people? I guess I'm being lazy and writing. Okay.
I'll take the stairs.
I have a spare battery if you need it.
All
right, we're going
Ghost
up?
Tube said dangerous, so I'm taking the elevator.
Maybe this is dangerous.
No, I think it's meaning, can you handle that equipment? You're going to fall down the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's warning.
It's warning.
I will tell you, so sometimes when I'm here by myself, I hear the elevator going up and down.
Oh,
I don't-
really?
I don't know if that's normal for elevators. But it's
No,
like-
it's not. That's not
They
normal for
usually just
elevators.
stay on the floor with it.
I'm sorry,
by
that is
itself.
not normal for
And I know
elevators.
that sounds like bullshit, but
It smells like smoke up here.
yeah, it does.
There was
It really
a fire.
does.
Not in this building, but there was a fire that.
That's so sweet.
Oh, there is a slight smoky scent up here. That is interesting. Hello, ghost hunters. We're ready to believe you.
Edwin, hope it's okay. We're back. We're back.
I know, stranger things, everybody. Stranger things. That's it's an even more surreal look right there. All right. Perfect.
Thank you.
I know, right?
Like right across the hall.
So this will be the first time you and I have done this, you know,
What
together.
about the camera's face? Oh, that's true. We have not been in the bathroom together. At least here.
Do what?
At least here.
Oh, that worked. At least here. At least here. All right.
Do you guys have the Spirit radio thing with you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's tightened it up. He is. Oh, it does remind me. Even if we don't go to Kevin Branch after tonight, you do need to come back to the house very briefly. I got you something. So
For a present. Okay.
yeah, for a present.
You have me a present.
Yeah.
I do love presents.
All right.
Get this recorder running.
Okay. It is a bit like a high school bathroom, but I will tell you this: this is. I will argue this is one of the nicest. This is one of the nicest smelling bathrooms. That, yeah.
Isn't that came in here? It's like I never knew that was back, that there was a whole other.
I can't remember as well.
Recently, there's a whole other row of bathrooms right
You
here.
don't always know that.
That's where all this stuff happens, is in the back corner.
Probably not.
You never
Clipping that bathroom clip, fantastic.
Well, I've never been.
All right.
Cross that off your bucket list.
Okay.
That back corner is.
There we go.
Easy guys.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, last time we were here, there was definite heavy sense.
Yeah, in that back corner and here.
Oh, that's corner.
This one that the ghost is
Is that a picture one?
Look at the
So do you
soldier
want- do you
one that
wanna
she
leave
got.
Oh,
This?
God.
Yeah, why not?
So now you. So okay. So this is the joys
Oh.
of
Alright.
of Ghost Tube Seer. It really is because like if you get a picture of something like that, you know, soldier, and then someone gets on Ghost Tube Vanilla soldier, and then the EMF reader goes off, the REM pod goes off. Then you're like, oh, that's interesting. It's really interesting. And so, oh, hang on a minute. OSI,
Fanatical.
OSI, second floor, ladies' bathroom. Okay. That's right.
This is
So I will say one of the coolest things to happen to us when we were working with the can factory was we had an incident happen where the REM pod was really quiet. You remember this? The train was pulling in, and then suddenly the train started going off. Well, at first I thought I had a confirmation of that because we were getting ready to start, trains rolling in, and I said on the walkie-talkie, I said, train's coming in. Of course, the REM pod went off even harder. But then, and this is why I argue that one of the greatest paranormal investigators around,
Me.
is second greatest paranormal around is truly the son of the Prince of Darkness, Jack Osborne.
Oh yeah, he's good.
I was watching him and he was like, "Is anybody on walkies?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And sure enough, it was. He was walkie-talkie was setting it up. However, fast forward to when I'm on the third floor and I'm talking to people about the spirit box. The train is coming in again. Behind me, where I don't see it, the REM pod's going off. Nobody was on walkies. Nobody was on walkies. I thought that was fascinating. Okay, everybody, so I'm going dark again, but I have mods in my chat. You can feel free to ask them questions. They will make notes of those questions, and then I will address them in our next break, which will be in roughly about an hour to 45 minutes, depending on how things go in here. Okay. So let me explain now some of the new toys that we pulled out. already. So this right here, this is Phil's homemade portal. Now what the portal is,
He told me.
now I didn't tell you this. I didn't tell you this. But I'll let Phil describe what this is
Okay.
all about.
Lights. Okay. Oh, that is good. So this device here is called a spirit box, also known as a ghost box. And what it does is it cycles through radio frequencies. The theory is that spirits can utilize these shifting frequencies to get their voices out. And it just cycles through stations. And there's other theories that say sometimes they can pick and choose if there's relevant words that might be on a particular station. They can also use that. That's our friend Nick in North Carolina. That's his theory.
Yep.
And it's running through a number of, these are actually guitar effects pedals, to reduce the sound so only the words pop out. Because if I were to turn down this filter, that's what it sounds like loud. But when you turn it back just a hair, then only the louder sounds, i.e. the voices, will pop out. And we've had very good luck using this device in this building.
The earlier thing where I was talking about, we kept getting the name Edwin over and over again. It was this.
We got Edwin, we got
George.
Sick several times.
That one was wild.
There was one time we were in here and we got like a lot of different voices and it sounded like a woman and then a man going quiet or something.
Yeah.
It was like making a woman be quiet.
I want to
Oh,
know.
sure.
Want what?
I want to come.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And this goes for anybody that followed us up from downstairs. You are welcome to come up and down with us all you like in the building. But when it's time for all of us to go home, you all stay here. You stay here.
Well, let's make this formal.
This was the intro that Pip was harping on about. I don't know if I did
It's
it as well.
cold.
Oh, well, just
No, do your thing.
my thing.
Pip wants to see it.
My thing. You've seen it.
Yeah.
My intro, not me.
I'm not saying it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was you, right?
That was that was
So, any spirits that are in this space, anyone that is here with us, thank you for. Am I blocking your stream?
yes.
Thank you for allowing us to spend some time with you in here. I know it might be overwhelming to have this many people waiting to see if you're going to interact with us. Grant. We're just here to hear your story. We're here to connect, and we're here with this group of people tonight. So they have a chance to connect with you. Many of them work in this building. They spend time here. They've sensed you, and we just hope you can spend a little time with us and maybe broaden some perspectives and maybe share a little bit about your story. And Edwin, if you're here, maybe you remember us, hopefully, because we've been here a few times bugging you.
That was me.
I can't take this guy anywhere. And so that's my speech. So is there anyone here with us right now that wants to make their presence known? And you can give us any sign that you choose.
That was me.
If you would like T to leave, if you walk by that music box again, I'm going to slap you.
Oh, that's laughing now.
Edwin, a second.
Okay, now he's dancing. Remember what happened last time we danced for the spirits?
Want to go? Want to go?
Oh, man.
What's that?
But
That is Simon.
Something's going on?
Simon's going on.
So like back.
You back away from that?
Bite.
Premium.
Ouch.
Bites.
There seems to be a lot of activity typically where they are.
Yes, in this
Yeah.
little
This
hall
way?
right here.
We
Yeah.
got a
In
lot
fact,
of
that's where we
action.
put this
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. I'm going to move this over there.
Got a bit of a
Stop this.
We saw it before.
Yeah, it's like a 7 floor around it.
That's That's right.
Talking to
That's
it.
right. To my back. There we go. That's the wrong way.
No, the air's on, but there's no venting. There's no venting here. It's right after this little space here.
And?
That could have been user error on my part.
Oh wait, I'm the.
Yeah, no, on Simon. I typed.
Is that a train coming?
It is a train coming. This is not going up at all.
You dropped something.
Oh, I did.
But if the train's going to give you some energy, then make use of it.
Yeah, we really wanna interact with you. So I'm gonna move this actually over here.
Okay.
And then maybe if we want to position some people on
Yeah.
the front side of this
Yeah,
hall and
we
then
can
some
go
people on the
backside,
back
yeah.
side. Because that seems to be.
Yes, I think
The
there was a
ideal-
young lady sitting
Yeah.
here, but when the word sitcom came, she gave a
Yeah.
test
Oh, that's
expression,
right.
like,
This was where. That was where.
Where the magic happens.
what do you want?
We
We want
just
to
wanna
talk
hear
to
from
you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just want to hear from you.
Is that 4?
4.
As in FOR.
Joel, are you here?
Yes, I was just about to say that. That's interesting. You thought of that.
Yeah, we talk to Joel all the time.
Yeah. Oh, you do. Foolish. Stop talking to T like that.
Well, I was gonna say, wow, even the ghosts are skeptics here. That's the amazing thing.
Foolish
Wow.
words.
T, do you have AAA batteries?
Downstairs. Do you need me to go get some?
Yes, because this was fresh batteries.
Yeah.
The batteries are almost there.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm on it.
Oh, T, when you're down there,
Yeah.
my sling bag has your writing kit in it.
Oh, I was gonna save that for when we are in.
That's true. I was just going to say you a trip by yourself.
Oh, that's true.
Lisa.
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 We had Lisa last time we were in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't Lisa what your sister?
Well, I'm sister Lisa. Yeah.
You've caught that a few different times.
But also, I mean, is there a Lisa here? Is your name Lisa?
So I'll be right back. Okay, hon? Thanks.
14. That was
Now that we're down here, I'm gonna actually move it.
put it pointing that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it actually. Yeah, that's actually cool.
Put it all the way in the back.
Just tell Tina to look back.
Yeah, this back corner.
Yes.
Journal.
Does anybody actually go back there and use that?
That's my favorite. Yeah.
I
You see, very back.
I used the one in the very back.
Yeah, I like that.
This is it. That's what you chat.
It's the poop song. It's the shores. Like somebody's in the poop song.
It's very exclusive, private. You can sit there and think.
Lisa?
Is there like a Martha?
Yeah, Martha
Is Martha here?
and a nurse. There was a nurse.
I talk to them every time I come in here.
Has anybody banged on the doors since we were last here?
I did hear footsteps one time. I was in that back stall.
Fresh battery. Almost dead.
What?
That's
That is sad.
It is sad. But remember, it seems like each time I've come, some piece of my gear has been completely
absolutely.
Yeah.
Last time it was both of my.
Well, the museum people's equipment.
Yeah, that was weird, but it was everybody.
Interesting. Are you draining batteries to talk to us or show us something?
Yeah, I mean, we're good with it.
I mean,
We brought some extras.
Where are we?
oh, well,
Funny you should ask.
Where are you?
that is a good question. Where are you?
Are you in a hotel?
This back.
Do you work here?
Yeah, it's probably around.
Do you work here?
Confusion.
Oh, wow. That makes sense. Poke. Who are you going to poke?
Oh.
I nominate Phil for
back. Oh, as soon as Tia opened the door,
What?
What's that?
as soon as Tia opened the door, it went back.
It's a back.
Yes, he's back.
Maybe it's weird for him.
Yes.
It was.
Were you waiting for tea? I'm gonna replace the batteries.
So many batteries going out.
Two.
I'm gonna try.
You just need two or three? Oh, shit. Okay, I'll go back downstairs. Did anybody need?
We'll see if two gives me a little
Okay.
more juice.
If you need three, I'll go back down for three.
Rechecking the office, I think I might have another one. You need AAA though, right?
Yep.
No, look.
That's interesting.
And
It's back and I come walking in.
when Phil was asking something over there, it just said confusion, like from this side, like as a response as well.
So I'm gonna
It seemed
play
like
what we actually
By
pressed
the
the
way,
buttons we got
that's,
last
Yeah.
time.
that movement
Just to
strip,
see.
that movement
Yeah, the
it's
move-
going off like a raise.
The movement
Yeah,
strip
the movement
is
strip's going off too, baby.
Sounds like we're all trying to talk at once. Take turns.
I thought it was vegetables for a second.
I know. I wonder if I see the movement thing.
Yeah,
Cobweb.
that was.
What?
Cobweb.
Oh.
Well, the decorations outside, were they spider cobwebs?
Yes, they were. The one that hit me in the head. Yes, that was. I think that was a cobweb, right?
Was the strip bar cobwebs?
Right.
I just have a cobweb here, Lily.
Well, of course you do. Why can't I get the other one up? I was on two, my plan.
Okay. Got a little more battery power.
Do you remember when we came here and that you used the portal to, in that way? There was a lot of you talking all at once.
Yes.
As soon as I opened this door, I saw it and I was like, wait, I have more AAAs.
I put a red ball back there. Nice.
Oh. You back there? In that nice quiet
Here's more
stall?
AAAs.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your grandfather in the stall.
Yes, in the back stall, actually. Sorry, that'll wake me dead.
Late week.
Behind you, it's
Well, I thought my back was that way, so it's not door with me. That's always fun when you say that.
Actually, there's no reason why it should have blasted out sound out of that speaker like that. Because the batteries are out of this. So.
oh, that's
What?
What was that?
Yeah, that's.
When Phil's
I've
back
turned
to
the
the
volume
podcast,
all the
that's
way
it.
up on this.
It went, it was really loud static noise.
And
And
the
the batteries out.
The batteries are out.
What? Over where?
Those boxes.
Phil,
Yes, sir.
I'm moving your K2 meter to outside, okay?
Spiders.
Outside.
Yeah, there's a
we actually
spider web
read
right
over
here that will not, like, it's just, you can't see it. But I've been trying to,
Oh, yeah, I saw
and I
that.
asked them to get rid of it, but I don't think they can. I'm not tall enough. They said if they could use their ghosty powers to get rid of the spider.
Oh, so it's talking about cobwebs as well, so.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like the last response, I think. Oh, spiders, but yeah, but previously it was just cobwebs as well.
Yeah, I can, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna
Thanks for
try this
trying.
one.
Yeah, here's you.
Yeah. Oh, good.
This lady had the best
What was
experience.
it? Did someone just open a door?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, it's-
This was the time.
That's me.
Nope.
Oh. Did you just say something? You just said something.
we just got somebody who came out of the door.
Mother, that was the word.
We just got our first voice bit.
Try to get his voice? Yeah.
There's
See,
another one.
reminding you knew how to do it. You did it right last time. So.
Yes, you did great last time. So don't be shy, please.
Wouldn't you like to see all our expressions go?
Alright.
Combative.
Well,
Are we coming across as a little combative? If that's the case, we apologize. We're just extremely excited. So we are sorry about that if that's the case.
That sounds like Phil.
It did sound like
It's
Phil.
not Phil. Yeah.
Everybody
It's
knows
not
you
Phil,
like
Gil.
So, whoever's here, is this your space? Did you tag along with someone here? Why? I've been kind of sensing something the last few days. Lost a good friend of mine last year. It'll be to the year next week. And I've been having a lot of dreams about this person and just kind of feeling them a little bit. And I just kind of felt like I might hear from them tonight. So if you're here, you know who you are. And there is one more here. Can you tell us your name?
I am.
Lady?
Are you a lady?
Macho.
Ooh, it's starting to pop a little bit now.
You back there?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about something back there? In the thinking stall? I mean, that's fine.
Let's face it, they're all thinking songs.
They're all thinking stalls.
That one's got some privacy.
This is where women come to plot the takeover.
Tough. Was that sick?
Macho and tough.
How many of you are there with us right now?
Switch.
Can you give us a
There's a
number?
sick. I just heard a sick.
Yeah, we definitely have a sick here. But there was a lot of illness when the Confederate camp was here, right?
Yeah.
And I think at some point it was a field hospital here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have been famous.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can you hear it?
Can we hear the hospital?
We can hear you.
Here.
Here.
Hear us?
Heard
Yes,
that.
it is.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now. You, whatever you're doing,
Bored.
you're doing
Bored?
great.
Okay, well, we're sorry we're boring you. Now it's popping.
Protective.
Detective?
Protective.
Protective. Well, that would make sense if you're protective of the space.
Is there a nurse here?
I was just thinking that's okay.
Are you taking care of the sick?
I don't know if I'm actually capturing anything of that.
No.
No.
You say no.
It sounds like no.
Do you remember any of us from last time?
Ooh, sounds like yeah.
Flowers?
Yeah,
So,
Do you know anyone else's name in here? If you do, can you say it?
criminal.
Multiple.
oh, that's
Okay.
multiple names.
So you know multiple names. Why don't you give us one name of someone here? Please. Who do you see? Is there a Rachel here?
Rachel.
Rachel from the museum?
Oh,
Here.
Rachel's not here.
Are you looking for Rachel?
That's mine.
That's mine?
We'll let her know. We'll let her know.
She will not be
I
there.
don't think she'll be happy.
Unless you're looking under that stall and you can say that's
Is there any name that you recognize from here? Is there anyone you see here that you recognize by name? We'd love to hear from you. Just shout out one of our names. Louder, please.
Is there a win here? Oh, really? Why are you here?
Honey,
Aw, we're pulling Phil honey.
Are you looking for your honey?
Sick.
There's a sick.
I remember.
What do you think?
Do you remember being sick?
I heard something with a T.
Can you?
I thought I heard a T.
Ted?
Yes.
Is there Ted here?
No, but there's a test.
Oh, Tess, okay.
Are you back there in the
That
soldiers?
seems really loud.
You said you remember being sick.
I've heard that loud before.
You said you remember being sick. What else do you remember? Do you remember the year? Go ahead and tell us the year, please.
I thought it was 40.
I thought I heard a 320. Yeah.
320.
I'm gonna say, if it said folk 20, it's an entirely different thing.
uniform,
Uniform. Okay, now we're getting warmer.
Confederate.
Maybe.
Do you remember the war?
We got uniform.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So we got uniform. And we got,
Oh, really?
yeah, we got uniform over here.
She had a seer image of a soldier as we were entering.
And you got a soldier.
Downstairs as well.
Upstairs.
What?
Soldier downstairs also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, soldier.
What do you remember about your uniform, soldier? Tell us what it was like.
It was something.
Not. Like not. You don't remember your...
Was it not comfortable? Was it not hot? Can you please tell us something about your uniform? Or show someone that is able to see images? Oh, wow. Wow.
No.
Were you a war correspondent? Did you write?
Yeah.
Oh god. Alright, I think did you show me?
Capability.
Writing capability?
Because that looks like a quill.
Yeah, it does look like a
Like a
quill.
quill next to his face.
These are not the same.
Again, I'm getting...
No, this is just a-
This is very different.
Civil War, so you're...
Yeah.
So were you a war correspondent? Did you write about the war? We saw on Seer in this image of someone that looked like a writer. Is that what you did? Did you report on the war? It feels like we're so tantalizingly close to something.
Just realised that this image of this person is missing an arm, like it's been amputated.
Okay.
Didn't you have hands on your feet?
Yeah.
Earlier, 2 hands.
Yeah, I did have 2 hands. And they had like jerseys. I don't even know what it
Oh, Grandpa,
She won't leave.
you coming closer?
Where did I put it?
It's right next to this first
is.
story.
Over here.
Okay.
Well, there's this thing.
Vigorous.
Vigorous.
She won't leave.
So this is called paratech.
It's famous technology as the
focuses
I saw this one.
alcohol, and it is strangely addictive as you're finding out.
Well, even settle down.
Well, that's the thing. When it's
Help me.
Are you stuck here?
we've got actually maybe just a comment before.
It looks like a lot of blood.
It looks like a lot
It's
of
going off about that much.
Okay, if you weren't a writer, if you weren't a war correspondent, were you a surgeon? Did you work in the hospital?
Very good.
What's that?
That's the REM pod again.
Is this room possible? No, we're about 6 feet away from it.
Which is actually just his record.
Yeah, I thought I saw a light down there. I thought you had one down.
There's no device installed.
Sometimes when you get no reaction, that's a reaction.
Yeah.
You were seeing something else.
Not lighting on the way. So there's nothing back in that stall?
Well, there's something back there. But none of that, I would.
Which is why the REM pod is going off.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
We're seeing a lot of blood here, or we were seeing blood on this device here. What can you tell us about that? Is that your blood or is that someone else's blood? Did you have to amputee some of the limbs?
Bomb.
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 We call an explosion.
Oh, that's just coffee. Nice.
I love coffee.
I could use a cup of coffee with someone
Yeah,
who's
quite
taking one of my limbs. You're just gonna have to feed it to me if it's my arm. I want coffee.
Just put it in an IV drip. It's
There
fine.
you go. I don't think they had IV drips.
Are you still here?
Yeah.
I feel like it definitely hurts to be in that stall back there.
Yeah.
Like a shuffle. Have you gone back to the corner? What was that? Wow, that's really going
How many of you are in here?
Thank you for taking over, Spence.
Made you feel anxious? Yes.
It was a yes, for sure.
Is that, Edwin, is that you?
Personally.
Personally.
Ooh.
Are all of our guests tonight, are you all familiar with the story of Edwin and his friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the accident?
Over here.
It was actually did happen over there.
That must have been really scary to see. Were you working?
What time was it? Late at night?
It was late at night, the day before Christmas Eve, and apparently there was a guy that was out.
Hello.
Oh. Hi.
What the heck?
And he was out Christmas shopping, and the boys were driving around.
Oh, yeah.
And the boys invited him to get into the car, and he didn't get into the car. And then like a few minutes later, he heard the crash. So people were around to see.
Yeah, I thought it was very, I didn't know that it was late at night, because there wouldn't have been any trains later.
No, but it was sort of like the evening.
Oh, yeah.
So shops were still open.
I just wonder if there were people here witnessing it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Well, they had to because,
Well, Candy Factory was here.
and there were people that were being carried over.
The Altagrass
Phil, just so you know, it's just past 9. What did it say? Orientation.
We're going until midnight, is that right?
No.
Oh, that just said yeah. I mean,
The spirits have spoken.
Enablers, man.
You can do whatever you want, you know, I mean, we'll be here as long as you're here.
Okay. I did not want to cut off any time upstairs and here.
No,
So.
I mean, there's nobody else here.
All right.
It's just-
So it's your call. It's okay.
But whenever anyone is ready to go upstairs,
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys let us know what you
Yeah.
want to do.
you got it. I just wanted to give you an idea of the time. So it's 10 after 9, just so you know.
I'm going to go out to the check on my.
I'm gonna come with you because that's interesting.
Was it moving at all?
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as I went out to go get some batteries, I just opened the door and it was
Oh.
lit.
We saw it out there too.
Who's out here walking up and down?
I feel like the energy's come down a lot.
For a minute.
It feels a little more still. Did you go away? Are you out of energy?
Destroyed.
Okay.
That's not taking another
The
call.
thing with the little fuzzy head is, looks like a
Yeah.
little creature with
It
a fuzzy head.
does.
That's nice.
I like that you call it down.
They're a mess.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to talk right now?
So, do you come here often?
I think these are totally different spaces.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
100%.
Totally different.
Would you like us to go upstairs and leave you?
It sounds like
It's hello or no?
Would you like us to stay? It sounds like please stay.
yeah, stay.
Please stay. Can you tell us your name? We'd be happy to stay if we knew who was here with us. Well, you can just tell us your first name.
She.
Ronald?
She.
What did it say?
Has she on that?
She.
She.
And then we hear Ronald.
I thought I heard a Ronald or a Donald or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Ronald.
Considering what we've been.
And you.
Is there a Ronald or a Donald in here?
Isn't Donald one of the kids?
Sure.
You read the names for sure.
It's terrible that I can only remember that. Did it just say it's
Dad.
Donald?
It's Dad.
It's that. It's Donald.
Thank you for confirming.
That sounded like you bet.
Donald, I don't know that we've chatted with you before.
Him.
Is this your usual spot, or are you passing through? can you see us right now? Whoever we're speaking to?
Can you say hello again?
Oh. See, I also feel like this space is almost like
A highway.
a highway, there's
Yeah.
like a nexus almost,
Yeah.
you know?
Especially because it's going off so much. I feel like you're just
Yeah. Sorry, it's not.
Pass
You passing through. Not even close. Not even close. If you're passing through, can you tell us where you're headed? Are you going home?
Selection.
Are you going to the third floor?
Up? Did it say
oh,
up?
oh.
Up?
Did it say up?
Did you say up?
Train?
Train.
Are you waiting for the train?
I want to come.
That's not really help. If someone does need help, can you let us know what you need help with?
I told you.
Who did you tell? Who? What did that say? Did we catch it?
Up.
Yes, it's good to up.
Like to go up maybe?
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you want us to go upstairs?
If you want. Why did you come?
To talk to you. You're safe here.
Yeah, we're not here to make you do tricks.
Stroke.
What does it say?
Stroke. Did you have a stroke?
Was that a yes?
Right or bright?
It's bright.
It is a little bright.
Are you in the hospital?
If we go upstairs, will you join us? Are you done talking to us? Closer? You want us to come closer? Or closer to the answer?
Please go. Please go.
Please go. Do it. Do you want us to leave? Just if you want us to leave, just give us a sign. We're happy to leave. Somebody from this is that her tea clapping?
He is having a laugh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
He said bye.
Oh, Is that one still going off? Or is that one?
That was great.
No, that was great. But it did go off though.
Yeah, that one went off, and then this one went off.
Yeah, I went crazy.
And we wondered, like, if there's a signal.
It's the other one, something.
What's
But,
going on?
it's nice.
I think it just popped.
That's all right.
Is this your train? Are you taking the train?
You might want to hurry.
Maybe they were talking about the train lines being right.
Oh, maybe.
If there was someone in front of it.
Yeah. Something. So we're gonna go see what's going on in the hall.
We'll be back. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, at least be back to get our stuff.
We'll keep thinking.
But you, I'll leave some stuff in here. Have a ball.
What happened?
So K2 is going off, and the tracer. So, what was that?
I don't know. Grandpa just started going off whenever he left. So what's going on up there?
That's usually how it goes, okay? Basically what happens is that something isn't happening in one room, then the devices happen elsewhere. So, there you go.
Are you more comfortable now that there's not many people in here?
Contract. So what was happening was that we set up your K2 meter in the art room, and when it's in the highest spike is in the and the tracer in there stopped going off. So then we started talking about, is the candy ready? Is the candy ready?
Are you glad you have the two of us right now?
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the
Are you telling us to stop or telling us to keep going?
Just the two of us.
I know, we are goofy as hell.
Oh, but you know what? We gotta get a shot of that. Maybe we should. nice bright moon for tonight.
Yeah. Well, let's. I'll walk with you to the back room.
You wanna take a look?
classroom? I'll take a look.
It was really interesting because
See if we get anything off of this.
I think everybody's coming back now.
Oh.
Oh, we just thought something was happening.
Well,
yeah.
we were doing a duet in here because of the acoustics, but I mean, no. The REM pod started after everybody left.
Oh, no, listen.
Oh, listen to it.
It's crazy.
I don't think they want us in here.
Yeah,
They wanted us
we're
to-
gonna go upstairs if that's okay.
Do we want to head upstairs to the theater?
Yeah.
Let's go to the theater.
Let's get to the theater.
I'm going to make a couple of
Guys,
trips.
go to the theater.
I will be back to get the rest of my stuff.
All right. I'll come up with you, Phil.
I'm still in here.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave this over back here while I get the rest of the stuff.
That it can be. Thank you very much, Spence. You are the hostess with the mostess.
And it was definitely like, it wasn't,
Yes.
there was a lot of creaking and
We were sitting in chairs by that when you stand facing the back.
Has it gone off
Yeah.
yet?
There's the two openings, and we were
has
sitting
it- has
in
it
the
got a little
left
bit
one,
of
and we
stuff
all
built
got
Good way.
responsible, like, the
Interesting.
hair in the back of
and
my
you could
neck.
hear the
That's
floor
interesting.
creaking
Yeah,
around.
we're
So we
standing
were
Wow,
not-
okay.
Like, it was very-
We're actually going to start motivating upstairs. All right.
Yes, yes, I was there.
You got a lot of activity in the theater? In the theater upstairs?
So it's the theater.
Yeah, this is the theater. So this is our final stop of the night, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are joining late, or for those of you who are just coming in with us, this is our final stop for the night. We're doing a special Halloween celebration. Oh, in the classroom. Oh, okay. I was unaware of that, Spence.
So I'll just go on ahead and tell you real quick, how you doing, everybody? We're taking a momentary break to move equipment up here, but if you have any questions, feel free to get them to Spence. Spence will pass them on to Marv. Marv will pass them on to me, and then I will take your questions, or Phil can take your questions. Right now, we are just moving equipment right now, so we'll be right back. Thank you for being here.
Hi everyone, I'm on the other side. I just reach out a little bit.
I'm not going down it.
Hi Spence. Oh, sorry, I'm just it's like 4 in the morning for me.
Oh gosh.
No, is it? 2 in the morning.
It's back. How long are you in town for? Till Monday. So I get back in England on Tuesday. So I miss Halloween here. But we're gonna go around and look at the neighbourhood, look at people's decorations and things.
Yeah.
What was that? Thanks, Aidan. That's something. The little thing that pops up when a ghost tries to communicate but went off. I don't know where it is. I think it's over there. Oh, that's down there. Just went fumbling. Yeah, it would have been nice to catch up. Are you not around on Saturday?
What?
No, because I can't get to yard. Yeah, I was saying to T, we drove to where Brandon was working and went round probably took maybe 50 minutes to get there, and just said from a British person's standpoint, I don't know how you get around if you don't have a car here. It looks impossible to just hop on a short bus or something. But you've got trains, but that's not really helpful because they're more of big hubs and things. But the thing's gone off again. This one's really a lot of activity up here. Oh, legend. Okay. Are you getting activity over there as well?
What would you like us to give you? Applause?
It's 3.5 hours to get to where you are. Yeah. So that would be in England, me going to Cardiff from London. It's quite upset actually. This is for me, it's one capital to another, and by train I could be in Paris in an hour and a half. It's great.
Alexis. We don't have any Alexis with us. If you're waiting for Alexis, you might be a long time.
Do we get any questions from chat?
No, just having a chat with Spence. That's gone off a few times. It's gone fumbling and legend. Do you take it seriously when it's not asking you questions?
Nondescript. So what?
Do you take it seriously when you don't ask it a question? Or
Oh no, I mean any questions from chat. I take
no, I meant that thing.
Oh, that.
Do you have to communicate directly? I know that doesn't get bounce off what you say, but do you dismiss any random?
Oh yeah. You read it off, but you're just that has nothing to do with anything we're doing.
Nothing. Yeah, it's basically what you would get.
Exactly. So.
show.
Where's your camera? Oh, the one that I picked up Just checking on everybody.
Yes, it's very strange.
It was interesting. I was getting a vibe from there, like going into that.
Oh.
And Phil was telling me like that area normally has got quite a lot of activity.
Which is why I'm going downstairs to get a cable and a battery so I can point a laser grid back there. Oh crap! I did. That was me.
T's just gone downstairs to get this laser grid thing. We're going to put it in the green room area, which is just to the right of the camera. If I can just nudge just a little bit. So it's through there, through that dark door, the ominous door, And there's Phil coming out. But yeah. What, the trip?
I think you saw a ghost.
Hi, Walking Bard. Anyone's wondering, yeah, T's come downstairs to get a laser grid thing, and he's going to put it in. Oh, we've got lights out. Bard is more of the kind of factory. Nice to cool.
Oh, it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Everybody responds. Thank you, 10.
It's funny just to put based laugh.
Phil. Phil. You need to turn the lights on because I haven't placed my grid yet. So you need to turn the lights on.
I see this lovely green light.
I don't hear it. No, that's not how this works, Rossi.
You can't see my brain.
I realize, Rossi, there is no on in team, but I'm sure you say, yeah, but there's a me. There's a me. Uh-huh. Oh.
There's also meeting team as well, by the way.
What?
Have you worked with divas before?
Wait.
Just give me a moment and then we can go back to Rossi's happy place, which is lights out.
Play piano in the dark.
In the dark.
Wasn't that a pop song in the 80s? Piano in the dark?
Probably. It feels piano playing coming across on the screen, by the way.
Well, you should turn it around. We should play.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
We'll just come around this way.
Yeah. I'll put the grid right here.
Do you want to move that?
No. Actually, I think I want to do this.
You just get a bit of light entertainment while he sets the grid up and everything's lights out and doing investigations on the third floor. So the third floor is going to have quite a lot of activity in the theatre section. And I don't know if you caught it when we were downstairs in the bathroom, but it seemed like we were being ushered upstairs. But
Okay, someone's impatient to make their
that thing that did the voice, it feels like it's very open to interpretation. It's very sensitive. You can make out some things quite clearly if it's an obvious like one vowel thing. You're bringing the guitar on Saturday, nice. So Phil can laugh at your attempts at playing. Okay. Bard's bringing the guitar on Saturday. I'm out of practice on guital.
That's not yours.
Yeah, practice. laser.
Well, there's the clown material that you were talking about, yes. Send in
Shoot. Well, you're gonna love this, Rossi.
It's not being
I got the wrong freaking cable here. I think you need to wait, son.
I'll just play piano while I can see.
There you go. You play. Take that actress. Take that actress. It's called I Heart Blues.
got the line up.
Come back down.
Wow, it's really going. Is that you?
I discovered something about this tracity.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Because there's at least two cameras in here, I don't know why it's doing that.
Well, I thought that was sensors for the.
Yes, but if you wave your, I think when you trigger, I think you trigger it forward and do this one. I don't know. Now I'm not doing it well.
Well, that makes it what? How or what?
Watching it. Can you watch this? Hey, could you step away from the, you're waiting for your cue. You're gonna have to wait a little longer. Red bar. Red bar.
I think it's solid grandpa.
It's stopped and it's gone off and on.
What the heck? What happened? I was just talking to someone about Freddie.
Oh my god. Again. No, your cue, you haven't had your cue yet. Still gonna wait a little bit. Not ready for
And
it.
there's the curtain.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, Phil.
Lights.
Now you can turn the lights on.
I'm done.
Okay, we're gonna get this shot. Should I point the camera back to the middle of the room?
All right, let's take this back around. Let's take this back around. All right. Just gonna give you the lay of the land here.
It's
moving, right? That's going on.
Yeah, that's the movement tracker. It's like somebody's got their foot, like going, is it me? Am I on yet? Yeah, maybe that's going nuts and back.
Okay. Set this here.
So here with us right now? If you're in the back, maybe you can come out here and interact with us.
We're ready for a show. Where is it? The show's right out here. We're your audience.
We're your audience.
What's that?
This is my other,
Oh.
this is my other spike, but I don't want it to last because it's the one that.
I thought you had an extra life.
What's that?
I said, like, you got an extra life.
Why not?
Oh, we have at least one downstairs. Hold on.
That doorway has always been
Very
a very active area.
You know, I'm gonna go around this way.
Good idea.
They won't see me coming.
Yeah. Tell them they've got 5 minutes. Curtain.
5 minutes?
Humiliate. No, I'm sure that you're a wonderful actor and you won't humiliate yourself. Isn't that your routine? Actors always worry about being humiliated on stage.
Yeah, you're right.
Green? Green for yes.
Not sure about this one, but I've never been able to get this calibrated just right.
Sounds like Phil's having a party back there.
Yeah.
Let's try to see.
And it's a different light than the one downstairs, which was in the middle.
What's that?
Flux.
The flux, but Simon's acting up a little bit. Wait a
Is
second.
one on the table or something? It's not.
Should be fine.
Have you got it on its lowest setting?
Second lowest.
There's always just that vibe, that heavy energy back there.
Yeah.
I felt the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you say I want to
Might
leave?
want to leave. Or I might want to leave.
We're not keeping you here.
Yeah, it feels like you're putting your toe out and thinking about coming out, but
And you don't have to perform if you come out here. You can just spend some time with us. And then if you decide you feel comfortable with this group, that can be good again. Well, I mean, we know you know some of these people.
people have heard you walking around out here.
When you and Tina and I think it was Michael were up here,
Yes.
you heard a ton of walking.
Yes, and we were sitting like this,
Yeah.
and it was all
All over, right?
up. It was like in that corner.
And then didn't a door slam, or was that a different time? Because I thought there was on a recording you guys screaming.
Jeez. Of course, you would think they'd find a scream.
Which was delightful.
All right.
If you're standing in the doorway, it's
Yeah.
we're perfectly fine.
You realize this camera's not pointing at anything but the ground.
It should point to me.
They haven't been very shy before.
Okay. You gonna trust me? You gonna trust me, the guy that's been you gonna trust me, the guy that's been doing all the acting. It's looking at my nostrils, isn't it?
It is now.
Yeah.
So right
show? Green for yes, red for no.
Just so you know, T is a professionally trained actor.
An actor.
An actor.
Whose feet still haven't quite recovered from SwitchCon.
Oh.
That's it. Oh.
Why is that light not turning off?
Well,
Okay, it's generating a word. If it says stink, I'm gonna put my shoes back on. Mug.
Licorice.
They could be. I mean, why is it not taking off?
You want sugar, big top? No,
Oh,
thanks.
you know what? It might be too close to that archway there.
oh, maybe.
What is?
It might be reading the archway, but maybe I'll move it back.
Oh, I think it just hit the spirit right in my face.
Just shout it.
Okay.
All right, this is our last stop.
Oh, what? Oh. That's just good going to the
Someone just said I need to go. I heard that.
Did you actually see it? I'm like, yeah, I did.
Am I dead?
Oh.
Well, all
Am I
things
dead?
being relative, who's to say?
What is time?
Yeah, what is time?
What is time?
I'm dead.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Baby, don't hurt. No more.
What is time?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's this. No more. What is love? Didn't in the movie didn't they do a send up of Say Anything, and he was playing that while holding up a boombox?
Which movie?
What did it just say?
I think it's called A Night at the Roxy. Determine. We are trying to determine if A Night at the Roxy had any moment to inspire him to say anything. Which I'm sorry, young John Cusack holding up a boombox, playing "In Your Eyes" by Peter Gabriel. So neat trivia about that. "In Your Eyes" had already been released, and it peaked at like 38 on the top 40, and then it disappeared.
And then Say Anything came out.
And then Say Anything happened, number one. In fact, I think that might have been Peter Gabriel's first number one hit.
Wow.
I think. Heartbreaking story though. We were talking about the Sphere in Vegas last weekend because I'd gone to the Sphere as part of that experience, and a couple of younger streamers were going, you know, why do they have U2 in there? They're kind of old. We should put somebody with more influence, like Beyonce. Now, I like me some Beyonce, don't get me wrong.
Right, same, but come on.
And I said, well, if you really want to have someone who'll take advantage of the Sphere, you need Peter Gabriel. You know what came next. They was like, who's Peter Gabriel? I was like, all right, son, sit down. All right, currently third floor, final stop, theater. That's it. It's generating order. Instruction. I did give them instruction.
It said, how do you feel?
I feel old.
Alexa, what is your name?
What was that?
What is your name?
Oh, was that another one? What's your name?
Yeah, that's
So I'm T. Phil and Pip. Phil and Pip are in the Phils are in the backstage area. That may be where we wind up finishing the night. It's back there. So the portal is a little quiet right now. Whoa. What was that? Was that the?
That's the AC.
That's the AC kicking in? It literally was kicking in.
We just turned it up some.
Unless it's one of the units on the roof that's like first floor one or something.
what I want. I heard that. Have you been getting any more? Have you been getting any more interesting hits on sear? Oh, are you doing sear as well right now? Good.
I got a couple.
Having that mix is interesting.
Let me show you this.
Yeah, let me take a look. Pardon my feet. Was that getting in here? Wow.
It feels weird. Remember last
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like mango.
It's like a
Smoky.
yeah.
And I also got this one.
Okay. Oh no, that's intriguing.
That's what I got so far.
It's always good like if you can record it, you can then get an idea of what the conversation is around it. Now, how about yours? What were some of your
I got some interesting ones.
Okay, let me take a look.
Wait, I got clowns.
Now is this up here?
Yeah, these are up here. I also got one. We didn't save it, but it was like a really creepy, almost like Vincent Price looking face, just like.
Like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
This like as soon as I came up here, then I got the head man looking me up.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to be
Yes.
But his mouth is so big and it takes up most of his face, and that Pennywise smile makes me anxious. He's the only thing I've ever been afraid of. That's not true. But seriously, I just watched Rocky Horror Picture Show for the first time
Okay.
in 85 years ago, and I'm obsessed. But it's the mouth.
Again, for those of you who are using Seer, you can record sessions, which are helpful because when the image is created by the app, you can then have an idea of what we're talking about around that app, and also if you're recording it, you're also getting what's happening like device-wise around it. So that's just an FYI kind of thing.
It's so warm right here.
It does feel, when we first got up here, it was nice and comfortable. It's gotten extremely warm.
It's gotten so warm.
All right, so it's not just me. Okay. Text says run. Not sure what to make of that, but run. Is there someone up here with us right now? We have a lot of devices out here that are geared to help us contact you, help us talk to you. In particular, we have this one right in the center of the stage. You can use that black box with the blue lights inside of it to talk to us. We also have over here a device that will go red or green.
Mine just said I'm right here. How did you get here?
I'm right here. What was that?
Said how did you get here?
How did we get here? We used a new device, depending on who we're talking to. A new device called an automotive car.
An automobile.
An automobile. Which brought us here. Except for Marv over here, who came by an aeroplane earlier.
Listen.
What does this grid thing do?
So that's our grid, and that can detect motion. Job. Job. J-O-B. Job. This is where, so the people that are here, this is where they work. Now, Phil, Pip, and I do not work here, but part of our job is to make contact with you all. Find out if you're out there. I heard that one.
That's like the third time it said it.
Statue.
Yeah.
There used to be a Swift Armor.
I'm not sure if we're picking up anything. I feel like I'm sitting in the theater. I don't feel like anybody's watching us. I don't feel like anybody's
activity wise at the door, it's gonna back off a bit.
Yeah, it's like all downstairs. Downstairs it's like a live.
Which is ironic when you think about it, because usually people say, "Oh, all theaters are haunted." I don't think all theaters are haunted.
Oh, this one's definitely. No, they're definitely.
I mean, something's.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're just not talking to us right now.
They're just not talking to us right now.
You want to go into the green room?
But I ask you, since when does an actor never want to talk about themselves?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, it's me, Twitch Dad, and I'm here.
It's me. I'm the drama.
Hey Pip, Phil, what are you two doing back there? 4. Do you want to come out and join the rest of the class here? Agency. Well, there's plenty of agency.
Well, it's funny, so I went back to 4.
Are you trying to talk to us?
And I turned around and but there's like a sense of it.
Please go.
Another please go. See, when we get stuff like that, when we get the please go, but then what is your name? When we start getting conflicting messages like that on GhostTube, I'm of the mindset that it's more than one person is here.
Benjamin.
Yeah. Benjamin. Have we got a Benjamin here before?
No,
I don't recognize the name Benjamin from previous trips.
Benjamin, are you here?
Did anybody else hear that? Say yes.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You sound like a child.
No, it's not here.
And Simon remains quiet.
Yeah, I think it's
Simon remains very quiet. That I find very compelling.
That's pretty interesting.
Did you say die or God?
God.
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 We've gotten that.
Let's see.
We've got that.
Like religious things in unexpected places.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, when you said, like you said, like, is someone here with us right now, or who's here with us? I got this very kind of religious-looking image.
Oh, really?
Oh, so you got a religious looking image, and then
Yeah.
someone said God here.
And I just got Kevin.
Kevin. The deity.
The great God,
known as
Kevin.
Praise be to Kevin.
And I'm a great wizard. They call me Tim.
Who is here with us?
You have a lot of ways of making your presence known here.
Spooky toilet.
The
Do you
ghost
feel like
flush.
the green room is where the action is?
I feel like it's waiting for us back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to smash? Smash, smash, smash. There's a
You're
blast.
gonna get the clown imagery at EMT.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, like come and go?
Come and go.
We get that a lot with mirrors. Come and go.
In theatres.
In
In theaters. Yeah, we do get that. Come and go.
All right.
No, I don't actually live show.
Do you want to set up some cameras for us, and then we do the automatic writing Estes menu?
I think let's ease into the space first, and then, yeah,
Maybe take the walls in and just.
yeah, so just gotta suss it out.
Alright. Well then let's let our guests get situated.
Artist.
Is that telling you something, Phil? Walk into a wall.
Oh, this table here. Okay. Okay.
Ooh, excuse me.
Definitely had smash Spence.
White literally green tonight. You know, it's an interesting vibe back here when compared to the rest of the building. I was on Pip when I came back here before, and I thought someone just had followed me from out there. And I turned around expecting to see Pip or two behind me, and there was nobody there. And we've gotten some interesting voices on this. Not true? Okay, so there was someone there behind me. I get that. We haven't heard from Joel all night.
Ready?
Porter. That was.
Porter? Are we welcome back here? There's bound to be someone here that has got something to say tonight. We are very curious.
I know, it says I know.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That was loud.
Can you tell us your name? What's your name? Do you know my name? What's your name?
Is that what you said?
This says what's your name?
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Phil. What's your name? That was very clear. And see here?
That's me?
Almost sounded like it sounded like let him speak.
Huh?
So what's interesting though is, so with the what's your name, each that you hear kind of in the background is a different frequency, but that was spread over multiple frequencies, which makes it very weird.
I've
Good.
gotten that several times.
Happy?
Now what?
He won't leave.
He won't leave.
It's possible.
Excuse me. That's right. Coming through my phone. This is all me.
Never tell.
Never tell. Never tell what? I'm pretty good with secrets.
That's not me. Okay, can you back away from that, please?
Well, I think, is that your way of saying don't tell him the secret?
Put this back on here then. Can move it someplace else, but I think I'll leave it there.
You don't have to share anything with us that you're not comfortable sharing.
What is that?
Even if it's your name.
Oh, okay. Then I know exactly what that is.
It seems a little bit
Is that still moving from when you moved?
It's
there?
from when I.
Yeah,
when I-
it's not very flat.
Okay.
Ooh,
Gesundheit.
now it's still.
I'm really lucky back here with numbers. Is it, how many of you are with us right now?
That's it.
Expert.
Expert.
Ah, Phil. I think you're expert.
I'm not an expert. But I, do
But I
play
play
a lot
one
of
on TV.
Who's here with us?
Shut up. Excuse me. That was not polite.
There are ladies present.
So I suggest you apologize, and we ask again how many.
Mary.
It was it sounded like no, it sounded like Mary.
Is there somebody out there?
I'm hearing something out there.
I heard something too.
Like a clank out there, like something. There's nobody out there,
There's
right?
no one out there?
I've heard two noises from out
Yeah.
Are you upset about something?
Mm. Edgar. Edgar?
Is that what it said?
Or Matt Mara? Sometimes you have to play it back.
Yeah, sometimes when you listen back, you're like, oh, it's a walnut.
Dog?
Are there any ladies present?
That sounds.
Clark.
Clock?
Clark, yeah.
Are you wondering why we're here tonight? It's not like, yeah.
Ooh.
What was that?
Where are we?
Where?
Right now, we're backstage at the theater on the top floor of the candy factory. Where do you think we are? Find out.
Small voices when we're downstairs. That's interesting.
Many more voices.
Yeah.
Where do you think we are right now?
Can you see us? It sounds like something in the mirror. I can in the mirror.
I thought I heard I could hear.
Okay. Okay.
But in the mirror
That's
would
it.
make sense.
Both make sense now. Let me ask again.
That
Doc-
way.
Doctor?
I would have said that way.
Can you see us?
And that happens often. Sometimes someone hears one thing, someone hears something else.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Stranger.
Strangler?
Stranger. We shouldn't be. We've been here enough times.
I was gonna say, I've been back here quite a bit.
I mean,
Yeah.
these people work here. The only person that's a stranger is the guy who just read the word stranger. What'd he say?
Help.
Mm.
You're safe.
The stranger here is a friend of ours. You know us from previous investigations. You know these folks from frequent visits and daily lives. Do you feel safe? Do you feel safe with us?
Scary.
Scary.
Then somebody else said safe.
Scary. Safe.
It's like a cat.
We're scary safe.
Well, that's
We are scary safe.
That's how I like to live life. Kind of scary.
Kind
Kind
of
of
safe.
safe.
Kind of safe. Nice. Nice. Okay.
How many of us do you see?
Grave.
Hey.
Grape or grave?
Grave.
Grave. Oh.
What about you?
Are there too many of us here right now?
No.
No? Alright, alright, that's good.
Good to know, good to ask.
Good to ask.
Is there anyone in particular you want to speak to tonight? Who do you want to talk to?
Look like,
That looks like here. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's the window.
yeah. Yeah, that looks like a child and there's a man. And there's another child there. That's kind of sad looking.
Is there anything we can do to help you?
That sounded like it said I miss you.
Oh,
Is that-
Is there anybody else out
Yeah,
there?
I thought it
But
said-
before
I
that-
thought it sounded like it's a tormented.
that's three
Why
stories.
does it sound like first
Who are you missing? Can you give us a name? Who are you missing?
Education.
Oh, you're missing an education?
We are here to get educated. Who are you missing?
Yeah, we have glasses here.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
can learn a lot of things here.
Yeah, come take one.
Yeah.
You get it for free. If you're a
I don't know
ghost.
about that.
If you're a ghost, you can
Ghost
just
and
sit
men
in.
for free, yeah.
Ed?
I heard enter.
I heard enter as I walked in. But maybe it's just, you know.
So what can we do to help you?
Am I blocking those?
No, nothing. I'll ask again, what can we do to help you? We are here, we want to hear your story. So what can we do to help you?
I thought I heard doctor, but very
It's not
quietly.
scary.
It's like a death. It's not butterfly. Zoom.
So on one of the trips that I was here, I picked up a sound from this room. Anybody else hear that?
What?
I thought I heard like a coming
I
from
thought I heard-
coming from the theater.
I thought I heard music coming from the theater. I was wondering if it was the music box.
So is that you? We just heard that Jordan and I just heard? All right, I'll press. Last time I was here, I heard a voice from this bathroom.
Right?
15? 15?
Was that you from the bathroom? I heard. You wanted me to press, I'm pressing. What is what I heard in the bathroom with us tonight?
Oh, another one.
Priest. Didn't we, one of the visits here, have preacher or something along those
Yeah.
lines? Like a whole thread, I thought.
Yeah. Was there a preacher here to help the sick?
Feel.
Feel. F-E-E-L. And I just want to say yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Where do you want to
What a
go?
gamer here.
Are you a guest of the Benton Hotel?
It's not. It's not.
Someone said no.
Yeah.
Were you a soldier of the Civil War encampment? Are we talking to someone from the Confederacy?
Is it a no?
Isn't it?
Do you remember the fire?
Are we talking to a proud employee of the Hopkins Candy Factory?
Like a few minutes ago, there was very strong presence here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You were saying?
Defensive.
Did you leave?
It's impossible.
To leave?
That is very dark. Do you want to leave? For a long time?
I didn't hear that. Do you want us to leave?
Are you stuck here? Can we help you move on?
Nobody.
Not likely? Is that
Not likely is what it sounded like.
I heard nobody.
I heard it say
Yeah.
that was a V.
I heard nobody.
And then
Just essentially the same. Nobody.
No.
Okay.
It's really, but if I heard frightened sandwiched in there. What do you see in front of you? Can you describe your surroundings?
Suddenly.
suddenly.
In the woods? Ooh.
We thought that was funny.
Funny.
We thought, that sounded like a chuckle. You said in the
Whatever
woods.
was I like that sound.
No, I didn't like how it sounded.
Is it? Well.
Well, here we are.
Tim Lakeville, so what's your call?
Oh, it is.
I know, time flies when you're hunting ghosts.
So I think we're going to start wrapping up here because some of us, the whistle blows early tomorrow.
And if we're talking to a worker at the candy factory, you know exactly what that means.
Is there any message you want to share before we go? you should remember.
Aw.
That's why we are here. That's why we came back 3, 4, 5 times.
And we'll be back again.
Yeah, we will.
We love this building.
We can't quit you.
Talk about.
It's a chuckle.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Talk about. Oh.
See, they use that joke too.
Very important thing that I need to say right now, though, is that thank you so much for letting us come into your space, ask these questions of you. Thank you for our patience, for your patience. I can't thank you for our patience because I don't know how patient we seem to you.
Right.
But you need to stay here. This is your space. You can't follow anyone home tonight. You need to stay here. And we'll come back and visit you. And
Chubby.
make spaces.
Chubby.
Chubby.
Rude.
Yeah, I know.
Rude indeed.
It was one weekend in Vegas. Come on.
Oh,
You've
did you
grown.
say holy crap?
Oh, it does sound like you've grown.
Yeah, I didn't agree, yeah.
And on that note, now that you've shattered our self-esteem,
I think it's time we call it a night.
we will
We'll be back at work
see you
tomorrow. We'll
soon.
see you
Yes.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I like how the sass came back at the end.
Yeah.
And
Like,
on
you
some
see
sass.
fat tub of love.
There's some rude ass
Yeah.
ghosts.
You got the sassy.
I know, they've been angry with him.
Man,
All right.
these are some,
They're hostile.
these are some
Yeah.
racist mother effers.
Was
Have you
there
seen that? Have you seen that sketch? Oh my god! My favorite is when the zombies lock the door, and then the little zombie goes, and the parents go.
It's very creepy right now. The lobby up here.
I will tell you,
Oh, is it?
Jordan
Okay.
Peele.
very
Oh my
As
gosh.
funny as he is,
Oh,
he scares the shit out of me.
Really?
Nope.
Why?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Nope?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
so good.
Oh, but
Library
so
or something.
you will appreciate this then. So
Weird.
So streamer Color and I were on this panel the other day I was talking about. She was the end of the panel. We were talking about non-stream. They played a clip from that place Linville Manor that I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the clip ends with an enhanced
And then
pickup
all
of his
kind
disembodied voice saying, "Mom."
Yeah,
Right?
it's like a chick.
And when that played, everybody was like, you hear this, you hear it very soft from the crowd. And then
Every time you guys are back at
Chelsea, streamer Color, all we hear from her is,
Yeah.
and we started, and I look over and she just goes, "Nope." I said, "Chelsea, do you want to?" "Nope." Because she wouldn't even look at me. "Nope." But you're here. I'm sorry. I find that so impressive.
I
'Cause
love this.
every person of color got back.
Yeah.
It's like, "Do you want to?"
Nope.
Hell.
Absolutely not. I'm like, yes, let's go.
Let's go. What did I do? Okay, lights coming on.
See,
Lights
the
coming on.
ghosties.
Glad you enjoyed. Well, I could tell you were enjoying
Oh
it.
my
I'm
gosh,
glad you were
yeah,
enjoying
yeah.
it. I'm glad
Yeah,
you
I
enjoyed
talk to them
yourself.
every time I go to the bathroom and I'm by myself. I just like have chats. So,
Oh, there you go.
you know.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Whew.
Yeah. On the top, there are apartment buildings, and on the bottom.
Okay. Let me just, there we go. All right. Hi, everybody. We are, as you heard, we are wrapping up. Just want to say thank you to everybody who was here. Thank you to everybody. Hey, Spence. Again, thank you, Spence, for coming in at the last minute. Thank you so much. Do you want to say hi to Spence?
Hey Spence.
And there's Marv. And thank you,
And what does it
everybody.
say?
It's Sassy Ghost that's talking.
User. Yeah.
User.
But thank you, everybody on YouTube. Thank you, everybody on Twitch. I really hope that this turned out as well as I hope it did. This has been a lot of fun, and it was really good to give Marv the full paranormal experience. And right now, we're gonna call it. So thank you, everyone, for being here. We hope you will join us for more live paranormal events in the future. And as far as will this be showing up in Old Spirits season 3? You'll just have to wait and see. Thanks, everybody. You all have a great night. Appreciate you. And on behalf of Phil and myself and everyone here at OSI, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the field.